5 days. More. No, 5 days. 6 days. It's been too long. It's been too long. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Natsu. Oh no, you don't have your funny names anymore. Where are the funny names? Hello, hello. Hello, Mr. X Bloud. Hello, Natsu. Hello, Pierre. Where are the funny names? I want them back. Why it is very removed? So it was a mistake. So they did a mistake, though. I think it's probably a mistake. So you want us to lose a croissant? No. Why? It was removing the croissant. Why do you see this? No, Domino. It was a test, just like the
Mr. Strike became a member. Mr. Strike celebrates 9 months of membership. If he snappy, therefore him snap, but if he snap, that means he snappy, so those, that mean he snappy snap.
Those! The famous those! Since the name were different, so the croissant did not carry over. Ah, really? But no, it was working fine, no? No, the croissant, I didn't see that the croissant were not working. Okay, I didn't see it, my bad. Ah no, then I prefer your name like that. I will add myself the numbers, okay? I will add myself the numbers. Hello, Omicron 3, 2, 5, 100, 6, 7. Hello, Strike 3, 4, 8, 9. The French people use W like W's in the chat. Domino. What do you mean?
Pyro became a member. Pyro celebrates 8 months of membership. You can do a member message too.
Thank you for the Edward Pyro. Can I simply Mr. Strike 10? No. You're gonna put the one I said. I did not have a number, so nothing changed. It's true. Ah! It's true, it's the start of the month. I have to pay my rent.
Natsugen became a member. Natsugenshin 123 celebrates 3 months of membership. ISH give me my order of baguette PLS it's been 8 months and I still don't have my baguette also in the name of the Lord Lays Bold.
The Lord Lays Bold! He said, he didn't say bald, he said bold. Even the thing knows. The message read in English with French accent is incredible. It's always doing my day. Hello, Axel. Hello, Conrad. Hello, hello. Ah, I'm so sad that you don't have your number anymore. The text to speech is so funny. I like it a lot though. It makes me laugh a lot. What is the name of one of the French detective bureau? The one from Murder on the Orient Express. Alors, I have absolutely no idea. I don't remember that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kodama. Lays bold, it's confirmed by me. No, he said bold. He didn't say bald in French, he said bold. I don't know why you changed the A. Does not know the French detective. Ah, mais you mean the... Attendez, the series, we made the... No. Lupin? You mean Lupin? No, you don't mean this one. You mean this one? It's the only one I know. Ah, this one! Hercule Poirot. So you're gonna see honest opinion of foreigners. Alors, I don't know if it's gonna be honest or it's gonna be not honest. That's what I'm curious about. I'm curious to see if their point of view is like clickbaiting. Like if they're gonna say stuff that are not really true, but you know, to make view, or if it's gonna be legit. I'm curious, and in general, I'm just curious about how foreigners see France in general. I'm super curious of that. So we will see. Looks like YouTube changed back the names. Yes, it did. But for me, it was a mistake. For me, it was probably a mistake. Like they changed something on the API of the streams, and it was not supposed to happen because they didn't talk about it in the change. Usually, when you are on your dashboard on YouTube, you see all the change they do. And this, they didn't really talk about it, so I think it was a mistake from them. I think it was a slight problem. When can we sell Kordama to the career brand? Whenever you want. He's Belge? No. He's Belge? Attendez. Hercule Poirot is Belge? Oh, I don't even know how to type. Hercule... How do you write this? Ouch. French. Or Belgian. Ah, there's even a question. is Belgian. Oh, spreading misinformation. Yeah, Hercule Poirot is Belgian, it's not French. See, that's why I didn't know, because it's not French. Hello, Red. Hello, hello. It's been so long. I was a bit stressed because it's been some time. It's always weird when you don't stream a lot of time. You get stressed when you start again. Like, I always have this feeling that if I don't stream many times, I'm gonna forget how to do it. I know it's weird, but no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm happy. I'm happy. But yeah, it's true. I was a bit stressed, especially that my week has been a bit chaotic. I had a funny week. I had a funny week weekend service. Like, my eyes are dead. I think I got like something that I didn't know about. I got probably, how do we say this? Like, not in a fiction, but I don't know. They're itchy. Don't know why. Belgium should just join back France once again. Oh no, we don't want. No. 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 No, they are too much. No. No. I love the Belgian now, but sometimes. Busy with work over the week. Busy with work. Busy with my internet died on Wednesday. Wednesday, my internet. No, Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday? No, Thursday. Thursday, my internet died. Panic. Then it came back on Friday, so we're okay. The internet is back. But I got a funny information from another internet provider, and I have to talk to my internet provider because of it. Only the Wallon, so we finished the debate about French fries. We should say Belgian fries, technically. But if we go like this, you should say, instead of saying hamburger, you should say German hamburger, for example. So, Belgium has the world's best chocolate vote. No, I don't agree with that. I'm sorry, Reds. I'm sorry, but as a French person, I can't agree with it. And Swiss chocolate better. French is better. French chocolate. French chocolate is better. No, French. Shh. French. French. End of the conversation. We just need to sell straight to the Sahara Desert. But why do you want to sell this over? What's going on here? French chocolate isn't that good. What kind of chocolate did you try to save us? What kind? Because if you try the one in the supermarket, it doesn't count. It's not true chocolate. French is not known for it. It's Switzerland. Mais France is known for... I'm sorry, France is known for its overall kitchen and dessert and everything. Of course we're gonna also have the best chocolate. If we have the best kitchen, of course we're gonna have the best chocolate. It makes sense. The best place to have food has to have the best chocolate. I'm sorry. France is known for bakeries. Exactly. Hello, Raven Slipper. Hello, hello. Hello, Alni. Hello, General. No, General QL Kenobi. I tested once Valrhona, didn't like it. Valrhona is not the best chocolate. Valrhona is the half semi-industrial. It's not the best. My French relative said Belgian chocolate is better than French chocolates. I don't want to talk to your relatives. French chocolate is really good, but just we are really known for it. But we invited blonde chocolates. Yeah, exactly. We invited the blonde chocolates. They're the best. We invent stuff. We even made, I'm not sure it's French, but we made the pink chocolate thingy. It's from us. Do you know about the pink chocolate thingy? I'm sure you don't know about the pink chocolate thingy. It's disgusting, but do you know about the pink chocolate thingy? No, not white choco, blonde chocolates. Blonde chocolate is something different. The blonde chocolate, it's the milk powder. You're gonna make it roast, and then it's gonna have this nice caramel taste, and then it makes blonde chocolate. It's not white chocolate, it's a bit different. It's like milk chocolate, but you have a better caramel flavor into it. It's better. The French coffee is more toxic than the same. I always hated the pink chocolate. Have you tried the pink chocolate? It's disgusting. But isn't that just fudge? No, it's not fudge. Fudge is made with cream. It's just the... I'm gonna show you some pictures so you know what I'm talking about. Fudge is made with cream and everything. Blonde chocolate is just chocolate. It's just that the milk powder, they have made it roasted kinda, so it has the nice caramel flavor. Up, let me show you some picture. Up. Where is the picta? It's here. Up. This is the blonde chocolate. Caramel is better than chocolate and we have the best caramel in the world. I don't agree. No, choco is better than caramel. Caramel, you can't eat a lot of it because after you get too much sugar and... Well, chocolate, you can eat a good redhead blonde. Of course that's blonde. What do you mean it's not blonde? And pink chocolate, it looks like this. But it looks pink. But it's not made with colorants. That's the funny part. It depends. Some of them are doing it, but... This is the pink choco. Normally the pink choco is not made with colorants. They don't really explain how they made it because it's kind of a secret technique, but it's just that the bean they use, if I remember correctly, the bean they used, they are made fermented in a special way that keep the color of the beans. If I remember correctly. Like they don't make it become brown. They keep that color of the... Super weird. It doesn't taste that good. But it's pink! But yeah. Yeah, it's pink. It's literally the beans that are pink. So it's chocolate. This chocolate was made for Asian countries. Actually. It was made for Asian countries because they really like, you know... I don't know if you have ever been in Japan or in China or whatever. They really like colorful dessert. It's their thing. They like the sakura and things like that. So in France, they designed that pink chocolate for that. Have you tried matcha chocolate? I have tried. Some of them were good. Some of them were something. It's very hard to make good matcha chocolate. The beans look like brain if you cut them up before roasting. I bet it's just strawberry syrup. No, it's not strawberry syrup. It's really the beans that are like this. But it's a bit secret because the company that made it, they put it a patent on the technique. So it's a bit like secret. But now it's been some years and someone explained it to me. I just forgot because I didn't care. But I had the whole process. It's really the beans that are like that. And how they don't ferment them. So they don't become brown. It's not... It's just pink. It doesn't... It's not that tasty. Or they add a lot of sugar and then it's tasty. Can you explain to Nat so that I'm not old? Of course you're old. You're the oldest here. Remember to visit the clip channel. Ah oui, pardon. I'm gonna do this. Attendez. I know, I have the link. We have a clip channel now. Well, YouTube decided to not make it exist, but we have this now. You can go Domino. Attends, I'm gonna pin the message. Ugh. Give us the comments. I will! Remind me. Ugh. I should put it in my description too. Hop là. Here, if you click on that link, we have a new channel with only clip. There's gonna be one that is out technically. Normally you have a new one today.
Life is hard.
So why not make it harder? Oh, all I am. Navy, you're 4. It's written in your description. You're 4 years old. I read it like 40 times. I was contemplating putting a billboard in front of your home so you see it. Oh, that's what I should do. I should pay a billboard. Why I didn't think of that? Just back to 20 subs again. Yeah. But it's funny because I don't know why the video are not showing to like no one. And I don't know why. I wonder if it's because I'm using the same mail. And I wonder if doing this make it that YouTube doesn't really like. Or maybe YouTube mix the two channels together. And I don't know. It's weird. Make life harder, but that's very hard. I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't work. But yeah, YouTube doesn't like my secondary channel. It literally didn't show the clip to anyone. I can see it in the analytics. It's good. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I was a bit sad about it, but also I'm like, you know what? We knew that it was a gamble. So now I am over it. But this week has been not gonna lie, I'm glad I didn't stream. Maybe that's why I didn't stream. Maybe I knew it. Because I was really... I had my meltdown yesterday with the Modino. They can approve. They can... I was really bad at everything. Oh, also, you missed something. Not to get that pink chocolate out of my mind. Yeah, it's pink. But you should, if you have the occasion, try it. Just so you have tried it. I'm gonna show you something. I was really mad because I made something and I don't like it. So I remade something new and I prefer it. Let me show you. I did this and I don't like it at all. Blah! It's pink. Attendez. I did this. I hate it. Everything is wrong. It's big good, but it's bad. So I was having my meltdown yesterday because of that. I was like, I can't draw. No, that doesn't look good. No, that doesn't look good. The head is weird. Everything is weird. So I tried out, and now I'm doing this. It's like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. And now I'm doing this. I hope you can see something because me, I can't see anything. I just saw like black dots, but I think for you it's gonna be bigger. So now I'm doing this. Oh no, I changed. You want? I sent you what I draw, so you know it's bad draw. I can see the weird things, but there's still a lot of good things. Yeah, but there was too many bad things for me. It pissed me off. I had my meltdown yesterday about it. I was like, oh, I can't do anything. My clips are bad. My drawings are bad. This for 2 hours with the Modino. And then I'm on this now. And I calm down. I can understand this feeling. That is so horrible. When you want to draw and it doesn't go your way. But it's not that it doesn't go your way. I have the feeling that in drawings and probably in any kind of hobbies that you are improving as a skill, there's that moment that you can't be happy with what you're doing because you want to go beyond what you're doing. And instead of just doing something, how to say, like I don't care if there's problems, like I'm doing it because I like it, I can be really picky about what I'm doing. And this drawing, oh my lord. This drawing pissed me off so much, and then I just threw it out of the balcony. I was like, you know what? I don't like it. Bye bye. So this new one, I think I'm gonna make it simpler, but I will prefer it because the other one there was something that I didn't like. I mean, I'm always drawing poses that are complicated because I'm stupid. Why I'm not drawing easy pose in front like everyone is doing? No, I'm always like this. Did you see this one? The pose on top. I'm like, yeah, I wanna draw that. Why am I like that? Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. But I like so much to do new poses and dynamic poses and... Oh, but just the hugs help with your meltdown. It did! It did! We need this. I was thinking of having this as a common here too. So if a Domino doesn't want to explain the situation but he wants a hug, he can just like say, I need the SK hug, and everyone's gonna spam the comment on chat. It can be super cute. I think I'm gonna add the GIF on the channel so we can spam it here. And I also have to do the SK comments, so you say hi when you are in stream. I have to do this. Yeah, but I'm feeling better. I should have streamed, just stupid. You need to know even better than me when drawing takes time to improve, so maybe start being more positive. Me being positive about myself? No, I'm just, it's you know, sometimes there's a week like that. It was funny because everything I was doing, I was getting mad at myself. Because dynamic poses are the best to draw. Once you finally finish one, the feeling is so good. Yes! Just French impossible missions. Yeah, that too. My roots doesn't help. I was worried what happened to you and didn't know if it would be worse if something bad actually happened or if you summoned the hugs for a trivial annoyance. No. I was really having my my bad mindset. The only positive thing I saw today was the COVID test of the patient who cooked in my face. Oh no! Oh no, really? COVID is back, huh? I have seen many people going to convention and saying that they were sick in America. But I guess here too. Because here right now we have the Japan Expo. Did some of you went to the Japan Expo? The French Domino? We have like every July at the worst timing because it's super hot. The aircon are not working in the trains. We have the best things. We have the Japan Expo. It's a bit of a convention that has everything around Japan. You can have Japan sport, Japan singers, Japan anime, Japan figurines. A bit, it's not really full weebs. It's more a general Japan convention. And why am I not getting paid? Why am I not getting paid for what? For promoting it? I don't know. Why am I not getting paid? What do you mean? COVID for me was just like two-week break from home. In France it was. I stayed 4 days in emergency with oxygen and I caught the COVID in 2022. I know it's bad. Yeah, me, I got it too in 2020 when there was not the test yet. I just got... I just had the one that make you tired for a long time. Like for 4 months I was really exhausted and I couldn't breathe really correctly. I was feeling like a grandma. Literally, like I couldn't do any physical activity or I was like... And then it passed. I was lucky. I got it just like that and it went away and I don't have like those people that have the long COVID that stay for years. But yeah. And I didn't stop working. Just for when I got it for 2 weeks, I think. I didn't work. But after I was working, I didn't stop working during COVID. I was one of those crazy people going to work. Not even the worst patient that I had today. I was just to serve the patient with tuberculosis because I'm the only one of the pharmacists that's not a young parent. Oh, okay. Oh, Lay! It's been a while, Lay. Ish, I will ask for a Lay's ball common 50 times a day, please. Lay's ball. But what do you mean Lay's balls? We already have a bald person. We have this one. Can I do it, me? Does it allow me to do it? We have this. It's kinda left. Oh, he did a dual. Don't you see? There was 2 of them. Natsu is harassing me. According to rules, I can send him to Shadow Realm. Hello, Gibson. Hello, hello. Gibson, I'm so sorry. I just saw your messages. I'm so sorry. I just saw your messages when we started the stream that you were asking me if I can change the date and everything. I'm so sorry. Oh, isn't it a special day for Americans though today? What is it? Is it like what is the thing? I don't know, but happy 4th of July, but I don't know what it is, but happy 4th of July. I think it's a super important date. It's like the one in France for the 14th of July. Yeah, okay. Independence Day. I guess it was important. So happy Independence Day. I hope you had a good time. You're working? It's not a national... It's not a thing that no one works? Asking, because I don't know anything about that. A lot of barbecue. Oh, barbecue at the best. It's the birthday of the USA. But is it a national holiday? That's the important question here. Is it like a day that you cannot work? I want to know. As a French person, the national holiday are super important. Not for the meaning they carry, but for us, it's we don't work. It's for some of us. Okay, you are one of those workers that have to work. Okay, good luck, Gibson. Thank you for joining and passing by. Thank you so much. Hope you will be able to rest after. I wouldn't be surprised if they make you work anyway. It depends of what kind of work you're doing. Depends. But it's true that national holiday for all the jobs that is not a national holiday, it's a bit annoying. It's true. This feeling of everyone's like, yay, I have a day off. And you're like, For me, it's a normal day. Question now is if Hika is also happy we got independence or no. But I think she will. They massacred the tea, so... I think for Hika it's a privilege, it's a sacrilege. She doesn't want people that don't respect the tea. So I think he doesn't mind now. 4th of July being so important to Americans while them also not knowing any of our equivalent holidays in other country and not see the irony while claiming it's important for all, it's always fun. But after it depends. Huh? I think in Europe we are more used to think of other countries because we are in Europe and Europe is made of different countries. If you don't have this, I don't know if our mindset will be the same. I think the European mindset is so different because of that. Because we already kind of working with other countries. So, like, it opens your mind. You're like, I know there's not only my country in the world. So I don't know how like, if you're just American, for example, I don't know how you will be raised and how you will see your country and stuff like that. Enough barbecue to a level for a factory. It's been a while that I didn't have a barbecue. Hello, Nuko. Hello, hello. Notice Europe more like the rest of the world than the US. Japan, I'm pretty sure that they don't know where is the other national holiday of the other countries. Huh? I think. I mean, they know that there's other countries, but to the point of being interested, I'm not sure. Huh? So I think we are crashing a bit too fast on America, but hello Plankton, welcome back. You were already here. Yeah, you're not yapping enough. To keep your crown, you need to yap. Can we do a barbecue the first meet and greet? Meet and greet, that's a funny one, Pyro. I was about to say I can do a barbecue stream and then I realized that I live in an apartment and it's illegal in France to do a barbecue inside an apartment. So if you want to have a barbecue stream, police stream, each arrested stream, each go to jail stream, we can do this. Can be interesting in terms of content. In terms of development and content, it can be interesting. If we're doing a great and bit, can I rent a train for us? I want the train like in Japan that they have for Pokemons and stuff like that. I want this, but full of the domino. It's not about knowing it, it's about claiming everyone should know yours. Are they really like that? I don't know. Nobody knows all the national holidays. It's more like knowing that countries are different and having a realistic view of them. Independence Day starring Will Smith. Why him? Raclette stream in July. There's no way I'm opening anything that has a hit related in my apartment. I'm already melting with my computer. No, salad stream. Salad stream. Fruit salad stream. We could do this. You just see me. Oh, oui, and I know it's a good ASMR, this thing that you chop fruits and stuff like that. It's trendy. You ate raclette in summer? You degenerate. I knew those people existed, but still. For those that don't know what is raclette, it's I'm gonna show you. Because you might be, what the hell is that? Raclette is this. And he did this in summer. It's crazy. Barbecue plus raclette. Oh my lord. Hello Inari! So what do foreigners think of us? We, the country that have clair obscure now. It's true. It's true that now we can put in our symbolism, we can put clair obscure. Raclette is life. But I like raclette, but in summer I'm not so sure. It's just melted cheese, and you put it on different arms and potatoes. You have to have the potatoes. The one that doesn't do it with the potatoes, they are not the true raclette enjoyer. I was to celebrate my failure in 4th year of pharmacy because of a salmonella 2 months prior. Salmonella, oh. What's your favorite French person? Myself? No, I'm joking. I don't know. Gustave. Is this spicy? It depends on the cheese. You can have cheese with different flavor. You can have spicy cheese. It depends on the cheese you buy. For me, raclette is 99% cheese and 1% random veggie. No, it's not random veggie. It's potatoes. Potatoes and sometimes tomatoes. But potatoes. And pickles. Incredible on summer, you made like the cheese and after you grate it, but it was a good moment. That's something my family would be able to do, to be honest. She said something positive about herself. No, man, it's because I'm tired. It's gonna go away. Even the president praised the studio, but the president is always there to tweet something. No? Always. Claire Obscure wonder on the same level as the Eiffel Tower. He said this? Is it really said that? And no, you don't put carrots on the radish on the raclette. What? Pardon? You put radish and you put carrots in your raclette, mais who are you, Cordama? You can't have... See? You're a bad neighbors. I'm sorry, but... the German, we created something amazing and you arrive with your stupid carrots and your stupid radish. Why? Potatoes. Potatoes. What do you need more than cheese and potatoes? And the ham. Why are you doing this? Why did you put veggie? You think you're gonna eat raclette because it's good for you? You think it's just adding veggie is gonna make it more healthy? No, it's not. Said the snails and frog legs. I never had those. We should do this. Oh no, I'm gonna regret it. Why did I say that? We should have a stream that I try for the first time frog legs and snails. But I don't want to have this inside my fridge. I'm scared. Scared. But yes, did you hear he put a radish in his raclette? It's crazy. It's crazy this one now. You can try Welsh, cheddar, beer and ham. Oh, that sounds nice this. See, even the Welsh are doing it better than Cordama the German. You're putting cabbage because it's not really less heavy than so you can eat more cheese. Cabbage, it's heavy, huh? On the belly, cabbage, or you have a good belly. Where is from Flanders? It's part of the French culture too. Ah, I thought you were talking about the Welsh of England. Am I wrong? Attendez. Yeah, I thought you were talking about this, pardon. I thought you were talking about the Welsh in England, that is totally not related. Okay. Snails are meh, it's mostly the state of the butter you add on them. Frog legs on the one are delicious. Yeah, the country that has the best flag. They have a dragons. One of these. Us, what do we have? Stupid lines. Nothing interesting. That's the faster way to have the worst case of flatulence that I ever saw. Yeah, but maybe he's smart because calling the belly to fart make it that you liberate space. He's smart actually. He's doing this so he's farting, so it puts space inside his belly so he can have more cheese. This person is on another level. We didn't understand him. It's like the poutine, the food is different from the obvious first thing you think of. It's true. It's true. But I guess it's not that different Welsh and Welsh. It's just probably the origin is for sure. Since summer started, I just ate popsicles and water. Me, I have a bit of ice cream. And I had a lot of tomatoes. I love the cherry tomatoes, the small tomatoes. I can eat small tomatoes like forever, but after my belly died. But damn, Axel is ready for war. See, that's why his belly is made of something different. Europe lost its metal vibes after we stopped building castles. Well, if you have enough money, you can still build castles. So. But you need money. I mean, I want a castle with fiber optic. Don't speak French! Navy! Oh, I know you're not even French, Navy. If you were French. I stayed in the castle hotel last year. Really? It was cool. I never went inside. See, I went for visiting it, but never, like sleeping inside it. Napoleon didn't build any castle, and yet he was great at it. It's just ice cream when chocolate and blackberries, so it's black and purple. I don't like blackberries. I had a horse in vacation. His name was Blackberry. Pretty horse. It was like this. I'm gonna show you how it looks like. He was attendez. You know what is trending lately? It's the game with the horses. Did you see? But it's a gacha, so we're not gonna play it. It was this color. So pretty. I don't remember the name of that color. There's something specific with the dots, but I don't remember it. But I had this kind of horse for a vacation thing for 1 week. But after people hit me, so so my mom didn't let me go to those kind of vacation. You know when you're alone and your parents bring you to a vacation place for 1 week? They tried with me. I got hit. I got a bad experience 2 times. They stopped. And the last one is because I got hit by the other kids that were here. So they were like, okay, she doesn't know how to get respected, so we gotta stop. But it was nice. The horse were pretty. You mean Umusume, the phone gacha game? Yes, this apparently everyone is loving it. It's a gacha, so if it was not a gacha, but sadly it's a gacha, and I don't want to promote gacha, so. But apparently a lot of people are enjoying it. Let's get each a horse for 1 million subs. Oh no, having a horse is so much money. So much money just to take care of it. No. I won't have the... First of all, the place where I'm gonna put it. And the money you need to take care of it. Or if it has any issue or sickness or... Oh no. There's a reason why there's only rich people that have horses. I only had tennis training in the summer holiday until I got my parents to take me out of it since I didn't like being bullied after 5 years. Really? Gacha is fine and play on case are right and Zenless Zone Zero, they are fun. They are fun, but still for me it's a part of gambling that I don't want to promote. It's too F2P friendly, but you got to trust yourself not to spend. Like everything. Now it looks like a good game. But I heard all the horses, they really do exist. Why would she need a horse when she's horsing around all the times? But apparently all the horses inside hello Fifi! All the horses inside the game, they exist, like it's true. I didn't understand if it was true horse or if it was true the people on top of the horse. Ah, that's true horses, okay. That's kinda cool. Yeah, because I saw some tweet about like people shouldn't draw them because blah blah blah. All the horses are based on real horses and all the races are based on real events that have happened. Oh, that's cool, this. Really cool. I was watching a lot of movie about horses. Go search for gold chip on Google. Why are you saying this? I'm scared. Is it something bad to look at? Am I gonna see things that I shouldn't see? Rice shower the horse name. Can I have a WW1 veteran horse in the horse gacha? I'm not sure there's many of them that survive the Kodama, sadly. Because it's a horse in the game and IRL. There's one horse that lost every single race it ever ran and is a fan favorite in Japan. Really? Oh no, the poor horse. See, it still means that even though you're failing, you can still be the favorites of people. The lack of ability to jump, but it's a racing game, no? Why would you want to jump? Why would you want to jump in a racing game? I start to pull out of the Gachavo. I might come back when I upgrade my PC just for a while, but not sure if I ever play more than that. The worst dumb my brain does. I can write English quite well even if I make some mistake. I literally read all the documentation to make my thesis in English because nothing was in French. I speak English like a 10 years old. Alors, you have to know that speaking a language is not the same as being able to read it. It's not the same part of your brain. So actually, no, you are not dumb. It's normal because it's not the same part of your brain. I had this too. I was really good at the reading English, but I was too shy, and as I said before, I was getting bullied when I was speaking English. So I was really good at the reading, but I was really bad at speaking. And thanks to Final Fantasy XIV, I was able to speak more often English. I speak and write English, but have problems that I always want to go back to my main language. Me, this doesn't really happen anymore. It depends how tired I am. When I'm tired, it's hard to use my brain in general, but it's hard to find the words sometimes. But I don't even have them in French. I'm like just stuck. If I'm too tired, I'm just stuck. I don't even know how to speak anymore. I'm not copying. I know my brain is dumb. I have so much words. I am French and I dream and think in English. Is that normal? No, it's totally normal. It's totally normal, actually. There's like a part of you that's gonna prefer to dream. Me, I remember when I was learning Japanese, I was dreaming in Japanese. Because I was so proud of learning some words in Japanese that I was dreaming in Japanese. Now, I lost a bit. That's one of the things that I wanna, you know, relearn again because I loved my Japanese lesson so much. Your dreams, yeah. Me, it's weird because the way I dream is that I don't sleep, deep sleep, often. I only have a deep sleep when I'm taking medicine, otherwise I'm not really in deep sleep. So I can remember pretty easily all my dreams because I'm not really sleeping. So all the weird things, I remember them. Me speaking English is me having a timer for when I don't get a word that I want to use and start panicking in the downward spiral. It's like a permanent red debuff mechanics. Me, I kind of got used to if I don't have the words, I'm gonna go with other words until someone gonna help me to find the words I'm missing. Like, I have this automatic thing, if I'm missing one word, to not panic and being like, okay, I don't know that word, but how can I explain what I want to say? It's the same, it's a bit of a mechanic to get. It makes me remember my LV2 Spanish pack. My teacher was shocked consciously I feel blank by French and English words. Me, I had German, I don't remember anything. But I'm sure you give me 2 months, I will remember my German lessons. I had it for 7 years. But right now... right now, I don't remember anything. But I was good at it. I got 18 at the last exam on high school. So I was good. I was good. I could say some stuff. Is hating the German once more. I don't hate the German. I think I just... You know, Kara, it's just that I had French, English, Japanese, and German. And you have to make choices. And the choices where I will remember Japanese and English, and German just... The problem is that a language, if you don't like practice it every day, you're gonna lose it. My respect for countries depends on the quality of their beer. Ah, so you don't speak German? I'm just waiting for Kardama to be like, what? My beer are the best! Sometimes I'm dreaming and it's like I live in my dreams. I have a normal memory of it and it's also almost perfectly realistic stuff. I will openly say I hate your language, Germans. It's not that hard, Germans. It's kind of logical if you think about it. Like, I like how the words in German are logic.
Vtir01 became a member. Vtir01 celebrates 11 months of membership. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Now you have to say hello, everyone. 7 months, Vatery! 1 more month and it's been 1 year! It's insane! I did 8 years of German in French school and all I remember is being eine Berliner from the history lessons. Oh, wait! Did you have the history lessons with the oh my god. There was that girl and they were talking with kids and there was having super weird conversation but makes sense with what you were learning, but it was just in a weird town and there was a weird teacher. Do you remember that or not? I'm sure we had the same book. Yeah, okay, attendez, I have to... Attendez. There was even a super weird song. Wait, attendez. Attendez. I have to find this. Attendez. It's talking about German language. Yes. You will see. That man with French, I will go for Korean. Oh my lordly. Can someone ban me, please? Where is it? I have to find it. And there was a weird song. I'm so... I should have... Back then we didn't have Twitter and everything. That was... Oh my god. I'm gonna find it. Was that fantastic? I have to find it. Maybe if I put audiobook. I would like to learn other languages, especially Italian, but my brain doesn't process new languages anymore. I'm sure you can train in every language, in every age. I'm sure it's just about being used to it again, but it's possible. Do you know that sign language is not universal? So you have to learn it per country. When I learned this, I was like, what? They didn't make a sign language universal? So, that's so stupid. Why they did that? That was the best opportunity to make a universal language, and they were like, no. We're gonna make it per country. Why? Why they do this? I'm not gonna find it. I have to... Attendez. I will never find it, I think. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I wanted to show you my book of German. Because it was made from necessity. Fun fact, the only universal sign language is the middle finger. No, it's not! No, in a country, middle finger, it's something... I think it's a thank you or... Attendez. I'm gonna find... Yeah! No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna... Oh, mais non! Attendez. Can I have just the list? Hello, boss muffin. I swear for some people it's not something bad. The only thing one of my friends who is literally a French sign language interpreter learned me is to say... Oh non? Mais non! Don't learn that! Attendez. I'm gonna find it. Ah! It says... Attendez. I found something. Alors. What types and gesture... I'm on a Reddit, I am at this point. What types and gesture like the middle finger in the US are used in your country, and what gesture might a visitor to your country wants to avoid as not to accidentally offend anyone? And someone say in Denmark, the raised middle finger is confusingly a token of appreciation, suggesting unity with the recipients. May seem counterintuitive to foreigners, but especially the older generation will consider you impolite if you don't greet them with a gently raised middle finger. So, see, in Denmark? In Denmark, it's not bad. See? Funny, no? I imagine someone doing this out of... imagine you're born in Denmark and you're coming to another country and you're doing this thinking that's a token of appreciation. Oops. I'm always affected to the story like this, just like this. Exactly! Imagine I was born from Denmark and I was doing this. Oh, pardon. Alors, attendez. Yes, I'm gonna open... I know already which one I wanted to correct. I didn't see it. I just hope I'm gonna find it. Alors, attendez. Hop. There's one that was saying that living in France can be not for everyone. Ah, why you will struggle living in France and I don't anymore? I'm curious about this one. Alors, attendez, I'm gonna put it. Are we gonna go to the intro? Yeah, because I don't remember what it's saying. How many different countries are represented in chat? It's like the world is there. Of course the world is here. The domino are everywhere. Our conquest is doing well. This is literally Miss Worldwide with her chat. Miss Universe. I'm sure there's some alien. Say hi to the alien. Hello, hello. Alors, attendez. I'm pushing myself. I'm the only Australian here. For now. For now, Navy. For now. Alors, let me put the sound for you and the video. Just last time I made something stupid. I have to do... Okay, I'm gonna do something else because you could hear every alert in double and that's not what I want you to have. So wait just 5 seconds. I'm gonna make it so that for you it's better. Voilà. Hello. Do you see the full video? I think you do. Yes, you do. We are here. Do you need to see the thing to search for? No, this is not interesting. Whoops. So you can see it bigger. Alors, we're gonna what I didn't see it, so I don't know what this person is talking about, to be honest. I wondered, should I put... I'm gonna see is there subtitles? Is it automatic subtitles or not? Ah no, it's the person that made them. Okay, perfect. It's the... Oh, he went there not so long ago. There's the thing on the... This is the Eiffel Tower, but not the one that is broken, like in Clair Obscur. Imagine foreigners already do things from Clair Obscur that the Eiffel Tower is stuck into. They're gonna be disappointed that it doesn't look like a croissant shape. I had a private party on the Seine once. 30 meters from the Palais Bourbon was fun. Damn! Watch the plot twist be that it does not struggle anymore since he left. Probably yes. On this side and on this side, it's two super big museum. Oh, if one day you go there, no, there's like giant cool museum. This one has like more of all humanity related, like all the bodies, stuff like that. And the other one, I think it's painting, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's this, but those are super nice and cool. Okay. Petite clair obscure, the true Eiffel Tower have to be curved. Just wait a few years when the heat wave is gonna be so hot and heavy that the Eiffel Tower is gonna do this alone. Don't worry. Okay, just tell me if the sound is okay. I don't hear anything. Attendez.
Country with everything from mountains to beaches, wine to France is a beautiful and diverse country with everything from mountains to beaches.
He insulted us. Okay, let's go. Let's focus. Where is this? It's in the north, this. I think. No. It looks like the north. Oh, I think I know. Yeah. I think it's the north, this. It's Normandy here, no? I think this one is... I'm not sure. I think... Is it? I do think it's... From mountains to what? Bitches. Yeah, I think it's Normandy. He said bitches. Listen to what he said.
France is a beautiful and diverse country with everything from mountains to beaches.
Bitches. It's not me, it's you, but c'est
Is wine to fantastic food.
Say fantastic food. I told you we have fantastic food. You don't believe me. We have a few mountains, but one volcano into south. Yeah, it's true, we have a volcano. French person gets cancelled by 4 break French. Well, you know, there's a lot of us in France, bitches, of course. Of course there's a lot of bitches. Especially the... Have you seen the Parisian bitches? Fais ça, maintenant, it's the best bitches. Hello, quoi?
The average American, it's a fairly
Imagine he's getting copyright strike by just one, so hope he can, if he wants. We have a lot of volcanoes on the French islands. We have, yeah, we have a lot of French islands. It was like, French islands per year.
serious and sexy place.
Sexy place? What is a sexy place? First the mountain to the beaches, and now he's saying it's a fairly mysterious and sexy place? Did I go clean the sand? No, sure. Sure, it's clean.
Even if it's overflowing with stereotypes along the way as well. And it may not be for everybody, but if you're watching this, I'm guessing that it might be on your mind to move to France someday.
Are you gonna move to... I'm gonna ask you. Attendez, we're gonna make a poll. How many you wanna go? Alors, not moving out, but you wanna see. How many of you want to travel to France? Oui, I'm gonna write it in oui. Never. Why? It's a nice place. At least to visit. Oh, this is this here it's Marseille, no? Looks like Marseille. I think it's Marseille. Is it Marseille? I don't remember much about Marseille. I went when I was really, really small, so I don't remember much about Marseille. First, it's fine. Paris is not. I'm good in the countryside. See, exactly. Can't be. Ah, it's not Marseille, you think? Why? See, most of you wanna go.
And as somebody who's lived here for a good decade...
Oh, this is Mont Saint-Michel behind. This is the place I show you. Remember during the member stream? He's behind this. Or is it the one? No, it's this one. You know that there's more than one Mont Saint-Michel? I didn't know that. There's not only one Mont Saint-Michel, actually. Don't go to Marseille, or get there with someone that knows the place. Looks like a sandcastle. But no, it's a giant mountain. See, we were talking about mountain and beaches. Here you have the beaches and the mountain. You have the two in one.
Of his life over the course of 3 different times and 8 years plus running on this time right now, long enough to get my French citizenship and establish.
He made a mistake. He became French. He became French. What a mistake.
Paris in particular as my home, I thought I would share with you some of the things that I struggled with when I first came here, things that I really didn't like that much, and that I've really come to love at the same.
I think pets are not allowed in the metro. Or they have to be inside a bag or something, I think. If I remember correctly.
Time. France is a very difficult place to live for a lot.
France is a very difficult place to live. See? Strong patate. The only thing that has interested me in the French is the metro trains. You mean the one that is never working? Detroit become baguettes. Oh, I should have named this trip like that. Don't forget to shout out him. Yes, of course, don't worry. I will put the I'm gonna put the link already so you can watch it if you want at the same time as me. Oop. Oop. And I will put the video in the description, of course. Yes, it's the one where I never working. You can avoid the lawsuits. Well, technically I can just not put the stream and we are done now. Why, you think he's gonna go after me? But we will see. He did not say he's missing the curly mustache and the in the end of every sentence.
A lot of people, Paris in particular.
No! How do you know that he lived in Paris?
That I really didn't like that much, and that have.
It's because like Lay, you become bald. If you go live and work in Paris, you become bald. It's accurate. It's not accurate. Lay, this is like you. Maybe it's Lay. Oh, maybe this video is made by Lay and we don't know. Maybe this person is Lay.
I've really come to love at the same time. France is a very difficult place to live for a lot of people. Paris in particular is very.
I mean, I have the feeling that, to be honest with you, Paris is hard to live even for French people. Paris is another universe. Paris is you need to like noises. You need to like being an extrovert. If you are not, if you don't support noises. If you are not an extrovert, you're not gonna survive. Thank you, Adguru. Thank you so much. I think it's kind of true that Paris is hard, but like for any type of human, like I think just big cities. You have to like big cities. Thank you for the sub. I live in the south of France, left Paris when I was 4 and still finished bald. It's because you were there when you were up to 4. So you got the baldness sickness from it. Hello, Chase Bell! That just costs too much and it's like double the salary from other part of the country to have a decent life in Paris. Yes, that too. It is a very good city to live in. I never lived in the north of France. The real Lay will have a whole the size museum of just It's true.
Very hard. So also today,
France have so much pretty cities and usually story museum, castles, landscape that are way better than Paris. I think Paris is nice to visit. Like, go there once. Enjoy the museum, enjoy the architecture and stuff like in Paris. But don't think that Paris means France because it's so different. Like, everything is different. The people are different. Thank you, Adgar. It's been a while now, but we are doing a birthday donathon. So it's a yapathon because I yap all the time. So thank you for this. North of France is a lot of fun and food, good beer and good people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Paris is really different. Paris is like every capital city. It's nice to visit once with no commitments. Yeah, but it's kind of different because you have big cities that are just tourist places. And Paris is a bit different because a lot of people are working in Paris at the same time. So it has the bit of the two bad things together. There's many people because of it and many tourists. So it's hard. It's hard.
To be clear, roughly 90% of my experience living in France has been in Paris.
Okay, so this one has been living in Paris 90% of his time. So that's interesting. To have, I want his point of view on living in Paris and meeting out of Paris, like French people. And what is gonna feel about it. I have so much not have a job, I get called failure of society, god damn it. Alors this, don't believe what they say. Okay. Can we do that with runs with other countries too? Yes, of course. Alors, this is a trial for me. Thank you. Thank you for the sub.
Artguru0. Subscribe to the channel.
This for me is a test to see if you like this kind of content. That would be nice to have other cities that you can show me your country or a city in your country. Or I would love this. Like me, I love those kind of things. I'm super curious in general of countries and everything. So if you have videos that you can post, I'm gonna make a channel maybe for that, and we can react all together, and I can discover cities, people, and place, and food, and oh, I'm so interested. I like it so much. Thank you for the second subscribe. Exactly. Austria next. Let's go.
And Paris, as we know, is not the rest of France.
Oh, but this Navy, it's for you. It's the metro. Bon, this one is outside. Not all of it. See, I think there's something that you don't know in Paris is that for you, the metro are only underground, but you have to know that in Paris, not all of them are underground. Some of them are on top. On the cities, as you can see, they are on top, and under you have people walking. So we have this. We have the underground metro, and we have the one also out.
So I'll share my experience with France as a country as I go, but I'm also going to try and be very clear about what's...
I wonder where he live. Where is that place? We're gonna Google map his place, because I can see that he's on top of like Osmanian building, but I'm not sure. I think it looks like an Osmanian building. So he must be inside Paris. But where inside Paris? If you want to lose all hopes in France, take the RRI. It's like a metro, but worst.
region.
RRI also is Paris on top of it.
Specific at the same time, because I don't want to conflate things too much. Whether or not you should move to a new country is entirely up to you, and you are the only person that knows the answer. You're the only one that knows whether or not you're going to make it in a new place. You believe in you, go for it. If you want to move here or don't, I'm just here to tell you my experience, but you know.
I feel like the people that are like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna take my things, my package, my language, and I'm just gonna leave to another country. Those people, I don't know how they can do that. It's insanely impressive to have this thing like, I won't be near my family, I won't be near my friends, I'm just YOLO and I'm going to another country. I don't think, to be honest, I would be able to do this. I'm a scaredy cat. I'm very bad. I'm very bad at dealing with things in general, so I don't know if I will have the motivation or the enjoyment of doing this. I will be probably super scared. So the people that are doing this, for me, I respect them a lot. As a French, I feel like moving to Paris is like moving to another country. It's true. Can I see the train again? Where is the train? It's gonna show it again, I think, because I'm sure it's gonna talk about the train.
You know whether or not you should. I've broken these up into 5 cultural categories as we try to keep track of things, and I could talk about all of this.
It's gonna talk about what? Attendez.
You know whether or not you should. I've broken these
5 cultures: low trust, lagar, work, lifestyle, and
up into
food.
5 cultural categories as we try to keep track of things, and I could talk about all of this for hours. You've seen the length of the
What
video.
does it mean by
You know
low
that's
trust?
not the case. Let's get into it with low trust culture. France, the French culture.
A low trust society is defined as one in which interpersonal trust is relatively low and shared ethic values are lacking. Ah. I guess it's true.
Culture is a low trust culture. It's a fancy term to say that France is built on close-knit, tight communities that don't trust outside.
Yeah, it's kind of true. We don't trust each other, but yes. Huh? It kind of means this. It means that you're not gonna trust someone that you don't know if it's not part of your friends, your family. Not even the French trust the French. It's hard to know all the unspoken rules. Yes, that's so. I think I watched this guy's channel before, really.
Outsiders quickly or easily. The first downside is that it's very hard to make friends.
Yes, it's true. It's true that I have yeah. I think that French people are not easy. Like, if you compare to America, I have the feeling that in America you can get friends or friendlier with anyone super fast. In France, not really. No, but it's kind of true. Like, if you take an example, the extrovert American, it's gonna be, hey, you! And we don't have this in France. Example of high trust culture, Japan. You can forget your phone in a public bench, come here the next day, and it will still be there. Or it will be to the police station. Apparently, I don't really trust this. It's super easy in the US. The thing is, when you succeed to make friends, really good friends. Alors oui, when he said low trust, it doesn't mean that we don't believe in anyone. It's just that he's saying, and I think it's true, he's just saying that it's hard to meet people, like to break the first wall, let's say it like that, because in France we are really suspicious. When you see issue, the same way we are low trust culture. I mean, yeah.
When you first moved to France. And I know that's true across the board, not just in Paris, but I've lived in Nice, which is also actually a very...
I never lived in Nice, but I went there because one of my family, my family, not really close, but one member of my family was there. And the first thing I noticed in Nice, compared to France, is that, how to say, people are slow. But not slow in a bad way. It's just that if you compare to how in Paris everyone is fast, walking fast, talking fast, doing things fast, doesn't have time, and walk fast and aggressively fast too. And I walk in Nice, and it was so Nice in the south of France, by the way, and more south east, really near the sea. No, what I'm saying by slow is that it's true that they were like, for me, they were living in slow motion. Everything was slow. Like, for example, just to show you what I'm saying by slow. We sat at a cafe place. I was with my family and that person. We sat at a cafe place. Usually in Paris, if you don't have the waiters coming to you 2 minutes after you sat, you're gonna start to be like, what the hell? Why are they not here? Why they are not taking my order? Okay. Or usually in Paris, there's also that thing that you have to go inside the shop, order your thing, and then you go sat. It depends of the culture of the place, but usually you get a waitress or waiter super fast. We sat at Nice. It took like 15 minutes to have someone to just be like, what do you want? And it was normal for me. And then it took 10 more minutes to have something, and it was normal for them. This in Paris, you do this, but people are gonna yell at you. People are gonna yell at you if you do that. So it's an example of why for me they felt slow. German family is a big thing for a lot of people since it's unwritten law that you don't cross the family, and it's only like that since making friends is super hard here. Hello, Julian! A lot of words that I heard of so was from family member playing dirty to each other. Ah bah, after... low trust, it doesn't mean that the family can't do anything to you.
Despite being so warm. And while people in the rest of France are much friendlier than your average Parisian.
Yeah, it's true. It's true that most over French people are more friendlier than Parisian. Or people being in Paris. Because you have a lot of people that are in Paris, but they are not living exactly in Paris. If in Australia, if you're going to the old Australian coffee shop for drinking coffee, you sit down, get a waiter in 2-3 minutes, get your order coffee in 2 minutes, and done. Then you just drink coffee in peace. In south of France, it's true that everything takes time. Sometimes for me too much, but for them it's normal.
I'm much more curious and open and interested.
Good night, Stry. Good night.
In outsiders, that doesn't mean that they're going to be friendly with you very quickly. What I have found in making friends in France is that it takes you a good 6 months of invested effort to open doors before like things really start to open.
6 months? I would be 2 days. He had to talk to them for 6 months before they start to be friendly to him. Oh, the dedication. Oh, the poor guy. I think it's his friends that were a bit... 6 months now. Or I don't know what he was doing, but... Exact opposite than here. I think it would be much more difficult to get into a conversation in another bigger city than in the capital. No, 6 months I think is a bit over-exaggerating. I mean, probably his way of onboarding people was not the right way. Because if you have a hobby, for example, and you go to a coffee that has a tabletop or I'm talking about me. But if you like video games and you go to places that talk about video games, you're gonna make friends faster. I don't know what he did. I don't know what was the conversation. But for me, 6 months looks... no, I don't agree. No, for me, it's too long. I don't know how he was making friends, but 6 months to have a proper... Let's give rendezvous to my friend 30 minutes before the regular hour, so they will be mostly in time. And this you make sick. Or maybe... He's American, right? Maybe it's because in America you don't... Like, I have the feeling that Americans are friendlier, but they don't speak deep subjects immediately, if that makes sense. So probably it's his American way of doing things that he didn't really speak.
What's really cool is after that investment, consistency, showing up, demonstrating, hey, I'm here, I'm staying, I want to be.
If you are French already, you make friends faster in France. No, what I'm saying is that no, I think 6 months. I think you're referring to my best friends.
Close to you. The French really do open up, and the friendships you can make can last a lifetime. They're amazing. The French are amazing. And even
See, he said the French are amazing. I am amazing. Even Parisians who have a reputation for being very rude.
Parisians who have a reputation for being very rude.
Yeah,
This
very
also has an impact on mingling and dating. When you go to bars, when you go out, often people go out in groups, like with their friends. And the way that bars in particular are set up, you're going to sit down around a table, you're going to hang out with your crew, go get drinks, come back. It's really hard to mingle. It's not a mingling.
It's not normal. I don't know. Wait, when you go to bar, you don't go alone. You go alone. I mean, for me, it's yeah. Everyone does that. No one goes to bar alone. People are gonna look weird at you if you go alone in a bar and you try to chit chat to people. I don't trust this man. No, but wait. It's just a French thing? But no, it's not. Everyone does this. You don't go to a bar alone. You go in groups. Not Americans, they go alone. Not a lot of people go to a bar alone, and once you're alone, you only go to clubs in groups. Yeah, for me, it's normal to go with a team. The only time I went alone in the bar, it was because I knew the barman. I think more people go alone than in groups to bar here in Germany. So that needs an overhaul because for me, it was normal. What do you go alone in bar? Yeah, for me, it was normal. But sometimes decide to go alone to meet people, I think. But no, you don't do that in France. You're just gonna look like a creep if you arrive alone and you're like, I'm sorry, can I talk to you? No, we don't do that. No, you don't meet people in bar. But at least not in France. Or at least if you are 2 people, it's gonna look less suspicious. A lot of Americans go alone. I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that. That's for Americans, it's normal to go in a bar alone. Oh, for me, as a French, it's normal. Do you go alone at the bar? I met people in bar when I went alone. At best, you go to a cafe and drink 1 coffee, and that's fine. But alone in a bar, then people will take me for an alcoholic or a creep. You see, it's now you understand why French people are hard to be friends with. I mean, yeah, but it's because bar are not really the place to make friends. It's more the place to be with your friends than to make friends. If you want to make friends, you will... Where you will go? Not there, for sure. From my experience, you met people in school, work, and then you are stuck with what you got. If someone would talk to me at the bar, I would call the police. Well, I think the thing is that me, If I was in this situation and I was going to another country and I'm alone, the first thing I would do is that I will try to find a Discord or a chat group on Twitter or whatever of people that did the same thing, like they are moving in another country. So you have, first of all, a first exchange with that. And from that, I will use that connection to make friends with locals and stuff like that. But I would probably not go alone in a place and be like, hello, can I become your friend? No, I wouldn't do that. I never go to bar in the first place. Me never, but I mean, if I had to think about it, like I'm alone in that country, how do I make friends? I will do it like that. Or most probably, I will just go in the first arcade place or see where is my hobby. I will go where is my hobby. I will wait for the first anime web convention and then I'm gonna make friends. I think that's what I would do. Good night, Navy. Thank you for being here. Good night. Take care. Because if you say I'm introverts. Oui. Imagine 69% knocking at your door to us to be friends. No, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, for sure, as a French person, it's not at a bar that I will make friends. He told me he didn't want that this... Attendez, what? He didn't want that his only friends here were because they know me, so I make him meet people in bars. Mais see, you were at least 2 people. I think that's the thing that... for me, there was a mistake on his part. Because just go with someone else and it looks less weird than you alone trying to interact with people.
Culture. It's not a small talk, chatty culture. It's actually...
Alors, it's not a small talk, chatty culture. I'm sorry, but I have proved by my Yapaphone, I have proved that it's wrong. I mean, no, I get it. I would totally not be like that outside, so... No, I'm joking. I mean, has he worked at a French place? Because the small talk in the chatty culture at a workplace, it's like the only thing people are talking about is small talk. And gossips. We're all very chatty and talky. I talk all the time. Yeah, for me, he just has to work at a French place and he will have a lot of small talk and chatty culture. This is proof that every Frenchie is very up on stream. After, I think the problem with this person is that I don't know if he's saying this on the point of view of a foreigner speaking English and trying to have a conversation with a French person, or if he speaks French and he tried to have a conversation with a French person. Because I know that, especially in Paris, I know that there's a really different approach the way you speak. If you speak French, more people will want to talk to you. And it's a bit the same in every country. Like if you go to Japan and you speak Japanese, most people are gonna open to you than if you speak English to them. So I have the feeling that maybe what he's saying here is a bit... Maybe he's talking about small talk with random people he meets in the street. Yeah, but is he talking in English or in French? Because this makes a huge difference. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. If you are speaking French to French people, they're gonna be less scared. I have the feeling that he was speaking English and a perfect English and an American English. So this probably made French people being scared of him. Because when we see someone speaking really well English, we can be a bit like, you know, like we don't want to talk to that person because he's speaking good English. So maybe that's why for him it was hard. He should have tried to speak bad English. People will have probably tried to be more open to him. Because they would be like, he's like us. He doesn't know how to speak English. You see people in bar and cafe sitting there for hours talking. We are the most chill culture on earth. Like we have nothing else to do. So jealousy. I don't think it's jealousy. It's the The language barrier. French people being scared of a language that is not some weird ultra-scarce language. I think it is, though. So I need to know if you try to speak to those people in English or in French.
A very formality-first culture, which for Americans in particular is very hard because we try to warm things up by being friendly and greet people, joke around a little bit. The French don't really.
Yeah, but if he made jokes in English, we don't gonna understand. if he speak English and he's trying to make a joke, of course we're not gonna understand.
Really do that. The first thing you always say when you walk into anywhere almost basically is bonjour. You always start with bonjour and you start very formally.
Ah, no, it depends. No, I don't agree with that. Like in my work, most of the time, I'm not saying bonjour formally. Well, me, I have my words. I'm always saying coucou because it sounds funny. I'm not saying bonjour, I'm saying coucou. Because I like the way coucou. No, not Excel. I like the way it sounds. I don't start with bonjour, do you get put into custody by the secret police? I just say salut and that's it. I don't think. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of true that we can be, for sure, a bit more formal than Americans, but to the way of saying that you have to say bonjour.
You go through a little bit of a ritual, and that helps to show respect. And once you've shown respect, then the warmth and the niceties come after.
Show me your respect, Domino, now. Bonjour at my work. But you, it's probably because your job makes it that you have to have a character. If you are from the police, if you are from a doctor, if you have a bit of that character, but you need to be a bit formal, because if I see my doctor coming to me and being like, cuckoo, I'm not gonna trust him. I'm gonna be like, he doesn't know his job, this one. So you have to be a bit formal for this. But after out of this, you need to have all respect. You prefer we talk to you that way? Yeah, show me some respect. No, mademoiselle. Mademoiselle, yeah. Ah, this part of my job is to say bonjour to the Parisian that came in South for holidays until they say bonjour back. Showing the basic respect of saying salut, bonjour, or anything is normal to me. Yes, for me too. One time it took 12 bonjour until he understood. Hi, he didn't say hi to you. No, it's not normal. If I work in a place with other people I don't know, it will be just feel weird to not say bonjour for me. Yeah, it's true. All you have for now is our curiosity. If my doctor say cuckoo, I will flee and ask for a new one what does not cut out of my kidney and sew it to my forehead. No, I mean, no. Maybe he's saying this on his American point of view, that maybe they don't always say hi to each other. But what do they say to them when they meet? They don't say hi to each other, Americans, when they meet.
After that, it's really important if you're just visiting to know that. But if you live here, it's something you just have to get into the ritual and understand those formalities. The benefits to this, of course, are that formality serves as a guide. It can be really helpful just to know if I.
Is he saying that Americans don't say bonjour to the waiter and stuff like that? Maybe he's saying things like, if I don't say bonjour, it will be an infamy for the passions, but like, maybe it's this. Okay. Alors on this, I agree. We have a thing to say bonjour to at the supermarket, at the pharmacy, at the waiter. Like, it's true that everyone you see a human being, you say bonjour, yes, out of... It's not... They don't do this? Maybe yes. Maybe they don't do that. That's disrespectful. But maybe not for Americans. Maybe in the American culture, not acknowledging the existence of a retailer and everything is normal. Okay, in that way, maybe for him it looks too formal, but for me it's normal, it's respect. I don't know, it's just normal human being behavior. Really, I have to say how are you to people I interact with. Oh.
If I follow the rules here, I'm going to get through a situation, whether or not I fully understand what's going on. And with things like dating, it actually lowers the pressure somewhat.
With dating, I can't help you. With dating, I can't help you on that. Wait, what did you say about dating? Pardon. I wasn't my
The
joke.
rules here, I'm going to get through a situation, whether or not I fully understand what's going on. And with things like dating, it actually lowers the pressure somewhat because
the French don't put so much pressure on
French
it.
don't put as much pressure on it, which can blow your mind if you come here. I can make an entire video about the differences between dating between France and the US.
Yeah, I'm interested too. Why is he saying this? Why is he saying that it's different? Why is it different? I want that video. I need that video. Why does it say that having the bonjour, the respect technique in France make dating easier and less low pressure? I'm curious. What is the difference? But one of the... Alors, attendez.
But one of the things that'll blow your mind is meeting the parents of somebody you're dating like 3 weeks into dating them.
You never met the parents in America? Attendez, what? In America, you never met the parents? Never? I need information here. Do we have some American on the chat? I wouldn't know. I never dated anyone. I need answer. The Americans, they don't meet the parents? Like, you don't do barbecue together? I think Brothers and No Girlfriend is making stuff up. I mean, a romantic implication. What does it mean, a romantic implication? It's more somatic them only late into the relationship. What do you mean by late? I met my ex-girlfriend parents after like 3 dates. Him is saying it like it's super weird to meet the parents after 3 weeks. I don't know, for me it's like...
There are a lot of things that happen here that everybody just kind of takes a little bit easier on that front too. So that can be nice.
Is he saying that for the parents it's a big thing who their son or daughter are dating? Like it's like the pressure is like you're having a a job interview when you are meeting the parents? Then it's true that in France we are probably more open to have multiple dates. Like maybe in America it's not like that. Maybe it's not that open in that like dating thing. It's true that in France we don't really mind that. Maybe okay. Maybe it's true that the dating culture in France is like it's common. Probably. 39 degrees? I thought you had the air conditioning. Pyro, you lied. Good night, Pyro. Don't die.
Second culture, and
Drink, don't die.
you might not expect this, is laggard culture. France, technologically in particular, but with a lot of things, are on the adoption curve, laggards.
Depends. I think it depends.
They wait to see if it's going to work elsewhere before they...
No. Depends. I don't really agree with that. It depends. This for me, you can't put this on every... No, it really depends of the French mentality. French hospitals still use faxes. No, that's what I'm... No, but I mean, if we are talking about French infrastructure, we have a problem for sure. But if we are talking about individuals, you have some fanatics that's gonna buy the last iPhones, gonna have the last fiber optic thingy. I think it depends of the people. House goes learning the worldwide potato law. Hello, Snake! In Germany, every government-run thing still use faxes.
Adopt it themselves. This actually has a huge impact on a lot of things when it comes to the work section of this video, but just in general, like average living, it can be kind of challenging because there are a lot of services that aren't online.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, which services are not online? There's a lot of missing technology.
There's a lot of missing technology.
It's not really too good at Japan, this one.
It feels like, or a lot of things that you're like, I've seen this work elsewhere. Why is this not working here? We also joke around a lot about French tech, websites, all kinds of things just don't seem to work the
It depends the website is a bit been here.
way that you would like them to. This also means that
Good luck finding satisfactory air conditioning. Yeah, this, okay. Wait, this I can't say anything. Yeah, this is true. Air conditioning in France? What? Air what? Huh? Making cold air? Oh, it's funny because just a few days ago, we had the Minister of Ecology. We have a minister for that, okay? And she said something like, put air conditioning for kids and old people, but not everywhere and not for everyone. She was saying something like, we don't need air conditioning for everyone. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't know why they're so against... Oh, they even spread lies. They were saying that... you know those mobile air conditioning that you can move around? Probably you have never seen them because you have good air conditioning. But if you are in France and you're dying, you will have... what is in French? Attendez. This is really famous in France as we don't have normal air conditioning. This. As we don't have air conditioning anywhere, so we put this. And there was a misinformation spreading on the big, giant national TV in France that they were saying that those things, they're gonna cost you 60 euros per day in electricity. That's totally a lie, and I don't know why they lied about it. The box of the first giants, exactly. No, I don't. They totally lied about. So we have a problem with air conditioning in France. I totally agree with that.
Food culture. We're going to talk about food here in a minute too, but like fun, new, exciting things that Anglophones are all about novelty.
60 euros per day in 60 hours a day. Yeah, no, it was a blatant lie. Do you use an air conditioner? I don't have one, and I wanted to buy one, and it was out of stock. I was really desperate, and my family has one. We got it last year for their cat. And me, I was like, okay, I'm dying this week. I need those kind of big, giant one that you saw. And I wanted to buy one, but not too expensive. So there was one on Amazon that my parents got that was really the cheapest you can find and the good one. It's out of stock. And I refuse to pay 100 euros more for it. So I wait. I wait. I'm like, please restock it. Because right now they are making the price go so high in France. Like, how do you think it costs those things? I'm sure in your country it doesn't cost as much as they make it so in France. You buy air conditioning in winter. I'm sorry, Kodama, I didn't know that I'm gonna die. Yeah. So once I had this electricity bill living in a huge old house in my city, it cost him 30 euros per month using it during heat wave in his manor. No, but yeah. Now they have made it good, the mobile air conditioning. They don't consume that much. I'm pretty sure they consume less electricity than the fan that you are using. Because the fan, you're dying, so you are using them in high fan, fast energy thingy. So I'm sure it costs more. Mobile aircon is 500, so you can have for less. Oh, this is nice that you had this with our
At least Americans, and I feel like the Brits are like this too. We love to try new things, new fusions, new flavors. The French, they they'll try that a little bit later. And it also means that English adoption has been very slow in coming. So if you're moving here, I always said that you need to learn French when moving.
Alors, this... I don't want to be against the English people, but I'm sorry, English people, that when you are coming to a French country, everything is written in French. This argument doesn't sit well with me. This is... No, it's logical. You're going in Japan. You're not gonna complain that it's written in Japan. In Japanese. This, oh my lord. This argument I don't agree with. No, I'm sorry, no. You are going in a country that speaks another language. Yes, you will have to learn the other language. Yes, the country doesn't need to accommodate that it's in other languages. I'm sorry, no, maybe it's my French way, but no, I'm sorry, no. But we have a map. To have map for tourists in English, okay. But no, the rest, no, I'm sorry, but no. You adapt, you learn. And if you don't know, you use Google Translate. But the country doesn't have to translate everything for you. No, this I don't agree. How dare you not write in the language of my country, you savages. This I don't agree. Even in Europe, we all have our different languages and we accept it. And if I want to go to Germany, I will have to learn German. And if I want to go to Austria, I will have to learn German. I mean, it's normal. Oh no, this I don't agree. There are places who have translation in French, so I don't know what he's complaining about. Yeah, the argument, this for me doesn't sit well with my... I think it's because I'm French. And we are protective about... You're French. You're speaking French. It's normal. No, this I don't agree. It would be the same if I go to America. I would have to speak American or English. Every country would be the same if their language was everyone's second language. Don't act all high and mighty, you damn French. Don't you dare come to South Africa without learning the language. No, I mean, if I need having to map translated in English. Okay. Because, okay. But after, if your country, like, let's show me some picture in Greece. The sign, they're all in Greek. So I don't understand anything. But they're all in Greek. I'm not gonna complain that the signs are in Greek. If I am in Greece. It's not that hard to translate signs into English, so I don't see why big cities should not be accessible. Because it costs money. Because it costs money. That's all. Why would the city pay? Imagine it means that we have to translate in every languages. No. Especially that English and French you can read it on. Even if you don't know how to say it, you can type it on your iPhone. Everyone at tourist places speak English in like France and Paris. No, but alors, attendez. There's a difference between the worker being able to speak English if they are working for tourism, like in hotel. Restoration is not really mandatory because you can understand each other with the menu and everything. But this, okay. But having to be like, oh, nothing is translated in English? No. I'm sorry, but no, that doesn't sit well with me.
Here,
this argument for me is not good.
Visiting, it's okay. You're probably going to be fine without it. Honestly, English is so much more available, especially in a city like Paris. If you leave Paris, it's going to get trickier. But even here...
I think Lei can tell us that in Paris, speaking English is complicated. So I don't think it's true. Don't defend it, there's them back there at restaurant Paris looking at you weird if you speak anything other than French. I've been victim of the Pharisee. Yeah, I mean, If Germany can do it with 3 to 4 languages, France can do it with 1. For every non-French people in the chat, Paris is not France.
when you're doing official business, if you're setting up a business, when you're doing so many things, French is actually still a basic requirement if you would like to live a lower stress life.
Attendez, pardon, attendez.
But even here, when you're doing official business, if you're setting up a business.
Mais if you're setting up a business in France, of course you will have to speak French. I don't understand his argument. I'm stupid. Probably. I don't understand his argument that it's hard to set up a business in France if you don't speak French. In any country, no? You're saying that if I go to France, I really need to understand French by a bit. Know how to say bonjour, merci, non. Super important to be able to say non. It's me that... But for me, it's normal. Imagine you go to Japan and you want to do a business in Japan and you don't speak Japanese. It's the same thing. Business language is English in most of the world. In Germany, you can start a business without knowing a single word in German if it's not something like a restaurant. Hey, Mr. Hay. The only exception with this is if I go to an industrial pharmacy site in any country, everybody speaks English. For me, is it that weird to be like, it's normal to speak? Are we protecting French too much? I don't know, for me it doesn't sound... That's probably my French way of thinking, but I don't know. I mean, if we're saying that many businesses in France don't speak English, yes. This is kind of true. This is true. I think he's thinking as an American going to over... Because I know that if as an American, you go to China, you go to India, you go to Canada, it's true that they will be able to communicate in English. It's true. So you will be able to do business even though they are not American or English. But is it weird that in France, we're not gonna speak English? I think it's true that we are really lacking in English speaker in France. This is true, but after, is it? I don't know. If your business employs to meet normal people, not business themselves, it would be impossible to do it without knowing French. I can't believe you guys won't speak Portuguese for me. Why am I supposed to go to your country if I have to know your language and you don't know mine? Savages. I don't have a problem with a country only using its language, but it will not be something I'll be wanting to do, so I will not go there. The other thing he didn't mention is that the Americans think working law are the same than theirs in Europe. Tell their employee to be overly friendly, not holidays and more work time. Than what is allowed.
When you're doing so many things, French is actually still a basic requirement if you would like to live a lower stress life. But I do know a lot of people that move here that never learn French and seem to do just fine. So English adoption, it's been...
English adoptions? That's a thing? No! I mean, no? Why? I think it's my French roots are showing, yeah. But no English adoption, but French adoption, then why Americans are not speaking French? What is that even a thing? English adoption? Why would we adopt a language that is not ours? It's just making up a defensive of the Englishification of French. I mean, yeah, because dual speaking, yes. Making my country speak English? No. Making my country able to speak French and English? Yes. Can you adopt us? Because French is a cringe language. I have a lot of passion that were from the Spanish immigration when Franco took power in Spain. They just barely speak 3 words of French, and it didn't seem to be that much of a problem for them. French governments don't want people to speak French to protect the French people from learning that the wall on the internet makes fun of them. They don't want to know what they think of them. No, but alors, English adoption, no. Dual speaking adoption, oui. I don't like the words. I think my problem is the etymology of the words. It shouldn't be English adoption, it should be dual speaking adoption. This, okay. He's correct about friends all the time, but one bad comment from someone else and she become all nationalist. That's a French person right there. I can't lie that I'm French because you see it from my reaction. If a French person doesn't react like this, it's not truly French. Why learning English when 1/4 of English words are French anyway? Just learn English to French. Exactly! Why we are not doing the opposites? Only I can hate my country, yes. How about we go back to speaking about Latin or ancient Greek? Latin, okay, because there's some words that we are still using. Oh no, we are using ancient Greek too. Can we do the mix of the two?
Lagging, it's definitely not as good as a lot of other places in Europe, but the French are catching on.
What is lagging? What is lagging? You said lagging.
I know a lot of people that move here leave Paris. It's going to get trickier.
I went too far.
But even here, when you're doing official business, if you're setting up a business, when you're doing so many things, French is.
After, I mean, attendez, mea culpa. If he's saying that if you're opening a business in France and you need information of the jurisdiction and the paper, I do think that they should be translated in English. Or you could have a translation in English. Because it's true that the problem in France is that to make the taxes, the paper and everything is in French. So if you're a foreigner, you're not going to understand anything. And the same thing for workers working in France that don't really speak French yet. It's going to be a nightmare because every single paper, official paper, is going to be in French and there's no translation. This is true. This I agree. That some stuff should be... You should have the opportunity to have them in another language.
A basic requirement if you would like to live a lower stress life. But I do know a lot of people that move here that never learn French and seem to do just fine. So English adoption, it's been lagging. It's definitely not as good as a lot of other places.
Be proud of you because you can do what we want to do. Oh, we have to see this. We have to see this after.
But the French are catching on and things have changed a lot. Since I first moved here in 2007 especially, it's a world of difference. There's a whole other conversation to have there. But definitely if you're moving here, don't expect people to just pick up English and run with you. The benefit to the laggard side of things, one, on the food side, quality.
Wait, I'm thinking. See. It's the one that took fire, right? Because I was like, he talked about 2007, and I was like, it's not in 2007 that this thing burned. But no, he's talking about today. It was a month ago. Okay.
Paramount. There's not a lot of rushing going on there. They very much respect and crave quality food.
Attendez, what? On the food side, quality remains paramount. Depends. There's not a lot of rushing going on.
Not a lot of rushing going on there. They very much respect.
Depends. It depends in the place you go. Depends.
And crave quality food, which we'll talk a little bit more about here in a second. Things also move very slowly, which can be very frustrating.
He's living in Paris and he's saying that things move very slowly.
If you want to get things done quickly, or if you need to get things done quickly, but can be very, very nice on your stress levels to recognize, hey, I went to the bank and I sent a letter today. I've accomplished a lot.
I mean, yeah, in terms of paperwork, France, it's not going super fast. Yeah, this is true, but French paperwork, it's something.
We'll get to lifestyle here in a minute too. And the other thing is long-term thinking. Even though maybe they're slow to adopt things, they do think very long-term. The Greater Paris project that is all the metro lines linking Paris right now was started under François Mitterrand, and they've stuck with it. And hopefully they finish it. This is huge.
Alors, I'm gonna add a bit of French information to what he said here. It's not that we are looking on the far future. It's just the work to make things done are taking so long that it's gonna take years. But if you did those planes for the city in Japan, in 1 year it will be done. So to say that we are thinking far in the future and it took years. That was not plain to took years. That was not plain. I'm sorry about this, but no, that was not plain.
Huge for things like trains, infrastructure. They haven't allowed that to get sabotaged by billionaires who can remain unnamed that fake people out with like fancy future tech that they never actually deliver on. It also
I think it has this pro. It has this pro and this con because it's true that all those infrastructure are made by the French government, but at the same time, the problem is that they rely on the delivery. And for example, everything was supposed to be down in for the Olympic Games. All the new lines for the trains, everything were supposed to be done for the Olympic Games. They were not, and they're gonna be over in 5 years later, 6 years later, for example. So.
has protected industries like publishing, where the publishing industry.
But it's kind of true that it's good that people can't mess with that and fake projects that never happen after.
In the States, and I think just in the Anglophone world in general, has been gutted by things like Amazon, and it's been much better protected here because they didn't adopt things like the Kindle right away and shift to self-publishing.
Alors for the Kindle thingy, I believe that in France, or probably in other countries, but in France, we really like the book as an object. We really like to have the book in our hands and have it to read with a book. So that's just probably why it was not widely accepted. And also because the institution for, we have like an academic institution that's delivering is it like a reward? Can we call it a reward? We have academic institution that give rewards to the best book, the best things like that, and this is really old. This is an old institution. So they're gonna be only giving prize to the normal kind of book that went through those old famous publisher in France. So if you don't go that way, your book will never be recognized for the French people. So I do think that's why the auto-publishing, the self-publishing is not really a thing in France. Because we still have the old way of doing things that you have to pass through those old publisher and those things. But it has its cons because they're taking a lot of money on small creator, like a lot of money. So probably self-publishing would be more worth it than if you go to them.
Which is something that I saw in person when I've met authors here that I remember trying to convince they should go the self-publishing route a decade ago, and I'm so glad they did it. Like, they're protecting that industry in a way that we definitely did not. This leads us straight into work culture. So if you're gonna work in
I'm curious about the work culture. Okay,
France,
let's go.
First of all, if you're American, good luck getting a visa. That's very tricky. I've made some other videos on visas before. We can touch on that again with some actual experts if that's something that interests
France still has monk scribes writing books by hands. I think we do, yeah.
you. But work culture here is very different, famously so. People joke about the French not having a solid work ethic,
Not having a solid work ethic?
taking a smoke break right when they get to work, and then a coffee break right when they're done with their smoke break, and then going to an hour and a half lunch, having some wine, coming back for another smoke break, having coffee, going home, and maybe doing 15 minutes of work. That's an
He's talking about the one working for the government, not the true workers. Okay, you have to know why. It's a joke in the French culture too, but it's not all the worker actually. It's kind of funny that this joke that is for a specific kind of job become for foreigners for every French person, because it's not true actually. In France, this kind of joke about people doing this, it's for the people working for the governments. Because you have to know that I don't know if it's still true up to today, but if you are working for a French institution, for the government, you can't get fired. You can't. You have your work for life. Okay, whatever you do. If you are doing a good or a bad job, they can't fire you for that. Hello, Eraser. And you also have to know that there's a law in France that protects workers. You have to know that doing bad your work in France is not an excuse to fire you. And if your employer is firing you with the excuse, I'm firing you because you're doing a bad work, he can't. It's illegal. You can go to court against him and you're gonna win. Because in France, doing badly your work is not it's not your fault. There's a thing saying that if you're doing bad your work, it's because your employer didn't give you the formation to do your work correctly. So there's that thing. And the joke came from that for the one that their work, they can't get fired. So this is really funny. That the thing for French people is specific people working for the government. And for the foreigners, it's every French person.
Exaggeration. The French actually work very hard when they work. They just don't put work first. It's not their first priority. They don't live.
This is true, but I have the thing that for most people now, probably our generation is like this, that we don't live to work. Or is it just me? But I think it's most common.
To work. They work to live. And boy, do they live. The work-to-life balance thing here is so much better. That brings us to the downside. Their salaries are way lower, for sure, but their security is way higher. So they have guaranteed vacation, like 5 weeks of paid vacation.
It's kind of insane for me that for people it's not the norm to have paid vacation. What would I have thought when you don't need to work 3 jobs to survive, you won't put work first? Exactly. No, but that's kind of insane to think that for Americans it's something out of thinking that your work is gonna give you 5 weeks of paid vacation. And for French people, it seems so few. 5 weeks is nothing.
A year seems to be an absolute norm. Kids are always on vacation around here, so that changes the whole lifestyle thing. Every 6 weeks, there's 2 weeks of vacation from.
Yeah, it's true. Every 6 weeks, or sometimes it's 8, but it's more like May and July. But every 6 weeks, you have to think that the kids have 2 weeks vacation. But it's not. I think what he's not saying here, it's a bit misleading because we have 2 weeks of vacation because the French kids are working at school quite a lot. Like usually it's 5 to 6 days per week, and it's like 8 or even sometimes 7. It can be 7, 8 to 5, 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. every day. So actually it's a lot of hours during the day. And I know that in America it's not really like that. Like they are working 3 hours, 4 hours, and in the afternoon they're doing other things.
School, which is kind of wild. But even though they don't make as much money and taxes are, I mean, this is a conversation for like how you do tax law and what you can.
I hear this about US people. They so often get this wrong and pretend like they live like king when they have to pay their own taxes and get put in jail for making a spelling mistake. Yeah, I think this is kind of hard because it really depends on what you were used to. And also, for the country that have a national healthcare system, we don't take health issue the same way as in America, for example. Because in America, if something happened to you, you're like, it's dead, it's over. Like if you have I don't know, if you feel you have a cold, for example, in France, you're gonna go to your doctor. You're not gonna pay much. You will have your medicine for free, and you will probably have a stop working for 3 days. You're gonna rest, and you're gonna go back to work. This is a normal way of dealing with sickness. In America, if you get sick, you don't care. You're gonna crave. You're gonna go to work, and you're gonna be so scared to even pay for one single thing if you feel that something is wrong because you're scared of the bill at the end of the month or at the end of the consultation. So I feel that the mentality is totally different. I think the mentality for this about your salary, how much you pay, taxes, it really depends where you lived. But right now, what I can say is that we are struggling in France with that because the healthcare, the national healthcare costs more and more. The younglings don't have enough money to be able to have their own house, not renting, like have your own house. And there's that too. Because it's easy to get an appointment, it become complicated in France because there are not enough doctors. So if you need an emergency, your appointment's gonna be in 2 months, 3 months. So I think that's why for America it's really hard probably to think like that.
Out as taxes, they may feel high at first, but what you get for them, like no one's ever going to go bankrupt here for medical bills.
Yeah, this, for example, it's true. Bon, it's kind of true. It's starting to become less true. But let's hope we're not gonna go to that. Because I'm really scared of the politics lately with the national healthcare in France, to be honest. They are making it so people stop using the healthcare system and are going for private clinics and everything that you pay and that the national healthcare doesn't help. And it's... Let's say that the few politics we had, they are pushing through this, that it's become more from the work mutual and from private funds. So it's... I'm scared of this. I hope they're never gonna get rid of it, but there's some sign that in France there's some change in how they want to help people for their health. I hope it's not gonna go to that, but it's for me it's mind-blowing to think that, for example, I'm taking a personal example, but my grandma had cancer. Every time she was getting the medication, one box of medication cost 7,000 euros. That she didn't pay because it was taken by the healthcare. But it's just insane for me to think that in America, that is a civilized country, that if something really bad, that you can't do anything. That you can't do anything if you have a cancer or you get sick. That you can go bankrupt. It's scary. It's really scary. He's gonna go bankrupt because of her psychiatrist bill after going crazy for streaming for us. No, don't worry. Remember, Americans pay full price for insulin. I think it changed because there's a congressman that was diabetic and he put a law. I think now it's regulated in every state, the price of insulin. So it's not what it was before. Well, they still have to pay for it, but it's not as high as it was before. How does this guy think that's a good idea? Doesn't the current system benefit them too? Well, the problem is that the healthcare in France, it's good, yes. But is... Alors, we could go into many things, but most of the problem is that the country... Well, it's normal for every country, but we are losing more money from the healthcare than we are doing it, okay? And there's things pushing towards saying we need to reduce that amount we are losing with that. So instead of being happy and how do we say, lobbying with some pharmaceutical company, they prefer to cut this instead of thinking about it's weird that why this medicine is always the one that is getting the fund from the healthcare. Why only this company? We have the lowest price of all European Union for medicine, it's true. Even if you pay for private healthcare, you are paying less than the US. It's not perfect in the Europe, it's still awful. I'm not saying that, I'm just explaining a bit of the good and the cons about what's going on with the healthcare in France, but for sure I prefer this than to know again that if I get something in America, I choose bankrupt, or I choose death, or I choose death from bankruptcy, so... One thing though, VTubing is a niche thing in France. Alors, it's weird because it is, and at the same time it's not. There's many French people watching Holo Live. That's the thing I don't understand. I do understand. I think I know why in France VTubing is not really working. I mean, French VTubing is not really working. The industry only sell to us if they have sold all of their stock in other country. Yeah, it's true. Only lobbying I would allow is in the making a nitrate lobby.
That's not a thing. This is one of the reasons I'm so glad I'm French. As things stand, I'm taken care of. Even if I get cancer, I'll...
Yeah, and you know what is, and this I didn't know, but you know what is, I think, amazing with the healthcare? If you are a worker in France and you are a European, I don't know how it works for foreigners, but if you are European, you go to France and you work in France, the healthcare not only gonna take you in it, but it's also gonna take the family that is not living in France. So, for example, you are working in France. Your family is gonna take Lay example because it's the only one I know. Lay is Greek, okay? He's not French, but he works in France, okay? So he has the French healthcare because he's European, so it's easier. But his family has to know too that if I don't know, his father, his mother, his sister, or whatever, they get a cancer or whatever, something heavy, something, their family can get the treatment in France. And this, I'm sorry, but I think many people will complain. Me, I think it's really a nice thing of France that, yes, when foreigners make an effort to work in France, so he's paying his taxes in France, it's good that they provide also for the family. Me, I think it's an amazing thing. Small, so come work in France because of that. It's cool. I'm promoting France a bit. stuff being good about English scare probably. I don't know what is because you speak English. Many French people yell at me because I'm speaking English.
There are trade-offs to that, obviously, as well between the systems, but like overall, would rather be here. And contract law is really strong and protects employees in a way that we don't have in this.
This is true too. This is true that we have one of the... Bon. I have a really bad example because I already got abused at work, but it's true that technically I could go against my employer really easily because we have a strong protection law for employee in France.
It can be abused. There are people that get a contract here and then basically just stop working. It can be very risky and expensive if you're an employer, which I am, dangerous to offer contracts to people. But if you're an employee, the whole system opens up to you. As soon as you have what's called a CDI, it's a permanent contract. You're basically married to that company. Life, so many things just get a lot simpler.
There's no CDI, there's not that notion of permanent contract in America? Is it only a French thing? In France, we have the CDI, contrat à durée indéterminée, indeterminate time contracts, you can say it like that. It's a permanent contract for life, and it makes it really hard for company to fire you. As I said, they can't fire you because you're bad at your work. They can't fire you because you're sick, because we have the official paper for being sick and stuff like that. So it's true that it's really, you can't lose your job just like that. In America, they can fire you without a cause, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. We have the same. I think most of the world has that. No, not all of Europe. I think yes, but
so it's very, very valuable. The downside, of course, with work culture is that this is not a very small business friendly culture. It's very difficult to open your own business. It's very much set up for large employers and employees.
I don't agree. I don't agree with that. We have many funds that can help you to open your own company. And it's more safe because if you open a small company, you're not gonna... For example, in America, if you open a company, usually you're gonna put your house, your own money, or stuff like that. In France, it's more... and it's open to other problem, but it's more easier to open small company and to try and to fail, and to not get more financially in danger. Like, you're not gonna get in the streets because you open a company. So I don't really agree with him. I think it's just that he doesn't know that. I think it's just that he doesn't know that in France we have a lot of things that help small businesses.
So if you're a huge employer,
If it's so easy, then do it, Croissant. It eventually become a huge thing in France. A lot of boomer rents. Already, the Japan Expo had a few criticism from the older population. Though I remember something like that. Really? It's really easy to start a small company in the Netherlands too.
Employer, or you're bringing in, like France is the #1 destination for outside investment right now, international investment. They've been that for the last few years. When I was joking about French tech, there's some great stuff being done in the field here.
Yeah, like Clair Obscur.
Doctolib is an amazing thing. We could talk about that in lifestyle. But it's
Alors, Doctolib. Doctolib is an application that makes you able to have a doctor on any specialist field or common doctor generalist very easily. But there's a really lot of problem with it because people are making fake doctor accounts are not really using it correctly. Doctolib is complicated because Doctolib is gonna use also the healthcare system that in France you gonna get reimbursed a part of your generalist, depending of your case, but a part of your generalist appointments gonna get refunded by the states, and this creates a bit of an opportunity for false.
at the same time,
it's good. At the same time, it's very good.
administrative burdens, the tax burdens, the social charges, all of that for small businesses. I have yet to meet a small business owner in France that doesn't think it's incredibly difficult. It's hard to open a business no matter where you are. I don't want to lionize any other system, but it's incredibly cumbersome and very difficult to open a small business here. And I would also say that one of the things that I feel like I miss out on as a small business owner, not as much as a content creator, because I feel like people see that in a different light, but in the States, if you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner, there's a level of
I'm sorry, but there's something amazing in France. If you are a content creator, and listen well because it's insane. If you are a content creator in France, you can put your vacation as a bill for your company. And you don't pay it. Because if you're a content creator in France, you can say, I'm going there for making a video, and everything you're gonna pay for that thing is gonna be taken on your company. So if you are a company, you don't pay taxes. Or you pay differently. So you have everything less expensive, technically. So saying that being a content creator is hard in France depends. Huh? Really depends, because there's a lot of things that make it easier. That's not a system, but just a loophole. I think it's not a loophole, it's totally legit, because you're a content creator, so you can say, I need to go there to make a video, and it pass. So
respect.
Same internet, you can pass it on your company. Yeah, no, there's no. My sister's a persuasive Catwoman.
It's given to you.
Alors no, I'm not I'm not having vacation from you guys. Trust me on this. He's not a content creator with his company. Yeah, I think he's talking about he's a tech
because
broker.
people understand the value of that, or the difficulty
The wonderful world of business expenses.
in that. It's something that we admire. The French, not so much. You say you own a small business, it's almost like suspicious. Like, what? Okay. So there are certain jobs, careers that have very, very high prestige in France. Authors and philosophers and chefs.
Alors, chef, no. In 2025, no one wants to be a chief. No one wants to get paid nothing for working many hours and being treated like
Like, they love their chefs so much, and that's great. And
No. They made chef becoming some star on the TV, but
it can be kind of a challenging shift if you don't fall into
we do have some philosophers, it's true.
those to be like, well, I'm doing what
Chef is considered a job you do after you go to prison or too dumb to be anything else. Alors no, not in France, but it doesn't make anyone dream.
What I'm doing. The content
I can tell you that after COVID, no one wants to become a chef.
creation side, though, offers other avenues, so I can't complain too much. That brings us to the lifestyle side of things. Like, the downsides to the lifestyle here are probably things, not much. To be honest, not much. I love living here. If you move here, you might struggle
Is it the photo from his apartment so we can know where he lives? Isn't that La Défense? Yeah. This is La Défense there, no? Because you can't have skyscrapers in Paris. It's not allowed. the French domino, we need to find where he lives. No, I don't think it's from his apartment. It's probably from his it's probably where his company is. Probably.
late mornings. Everything starts late. Like, you're not going to find a coffee shop open at 6 in the morning. You know what I mean?
You will? You will? Because the bakery open at 6 a.m.
Might find some workout classes that early, but I go to the gym by 7 at the latest, usually, most mornings. It's generally pretty empty.
Yeah, because he literally said, I'm going to the gym at 7 a.m. and I don't see anyone. But yeah, because they're working. In France, it doesn't exist. We have this is annoying, but I think in America it's different. In France, everyone is working the same hours, and it creates a lot of traffic on the roads. But most commonly, people are gonna work from 7, 8, 9 to 5, 6, 7. It's like this every single place, and I don't know why they don't make it that some people are working at 12, some people are working at 10. So there's less people on the road. But in France, it's really, there's a timing, okay? It's like that. So for me, that he doesn't see anyone at 7 a.m., totally normal. They're working. Don't you have jobs that start at around midday? In France, unless you are working for a restoration, hotel, everyone's gonna have the same work, the same schedule. So in Paris, it's only La Défense that has skyscraper at la road, and there's a strong regulation, but they hate maximum. Yes, because they. Attends, I'm gonna show you. I think it was. Who accepted this? There's a French president, he accepted this. Alors attends, I'm gonna show you. It's funny because there's alors where you see where, no, you don't see where is, but where is the Louvre? Where is the Louvre? Not far from the Louvre. They wanted to create the business district a bit like New York. They wanted to do this near the Louvre, so really middle of Paris. It was not Sarkozy. Middle of Paris. And they accepted one tower. And attends, I'm gonna show you this. They accepted one tower, and it looks so bad. Like, the tower was so ugly that they say, okay, no, we're not gonna do this to the center of Paris. It's ugly. Way before Macron and Hollande, way before. So they made that thing, that thing that looks like nothing and that is ugly. And when they did this, they were like, okay, we're not gonna do this. So they changed and they made the business district out of Paris. Near Paris, but out of Paris. That's why in Paris, you don't have the rights to build a huge building. It's not authorized. Voila, small story. I think it was when Jacques Chirac was the mayor of Paris. Yeah, I think it was. Is it still Yeah, they don't want to remove it. There was at some point there was a plan of removing it.
And
but,
nobody's working there. I have to badge in to get in. Moving anywhere can be an isolating experience, but I have found that because it takes so long to integrate into French society, it can feel really isolating. Again, if you don't speak French, that's another barrier. August, everything closes in Paris, at least in August, and then the vacation schedules around the country are offset a little bit, but you could just have periods of time where you have to get used to the fact that like I can't get food at 3 p.m. half the time, you know. That's changed here to some degree. Grocery stores are usually open on Sundays now, but don't be surprised in other parts of France.
Alors, there was a lot of in France it was illegal to work on Sunday. No, it changed. But why not many companies are opening on Sunday? It's because if your workers are working on Sunday, they get paid twice. So, example, you are paying 11 euros per hour. In France, if you work on Sunday, you're gonna get paid 22 euros per hour. And this is the same thing for working at night. At night, you are getting paid double. So you can open at Sunday, but if you do, you have to pay more your worker because there's that thing that working at night and working on Sunday is something. It's not double. It depends. Okay. It depends your work probably. But I know for retailers, if they open on Sunday, you have to pay more for the retailers. After for the rest, I don't know. Even if for restaurants you get still pay more. How many hours do people normally work? Alors, legally in France, it's 35 hours on your paper, so it means 35 hours, if you want to say, it's the minimum legal amount on your contract that you need to get paid for. So it creates a minimum wage. After, in France, everyone would be working probably around 38, 40, 45. It depends. It depends. But usually it's more than 45. But on paper, it's 35. Like my parents, nurse and co-op, have worked both nights. It was 25 and 30, but with more vacation. Ah, okay. So they get the money back on vacation then. Okay. 35 is considered a mini job here. But it's just the en fait the 35 hours is just the legal thing to put on paper. But no one is really working only 35 hours.
If everything's closed on Sundays and things are very family focused.
And after in France, you have two types of contract, for more than two types, but usually in France you have the contract that you get paid by hours, and you have another type of contract that you are getting paid for what you're doing. So it's not with hours. You're gonna have a salary not per hours, but per your function. Like, let's say it like this. So how much hours you work is not taking into account. So you can work 50, 60, 70 or less. You are not paid from the hours. It changed. It becomes something else.
A lot of French people, so you might just lose track of your friends for a little while as they go spend time with their families or the friends they've had since childhood. But obviously, the lifestyle here is one of the main reasons I love living here. Paris in particular is gorgeous. It's amazing to walk around in. It's so easy to explore. The metro, buses, biking around the city is incredible.
How to know this person is an extrovert? I love to live in Paris.
Greenified it so much. Air pollution is significantly better than when I first moved here. Access to medical care is super easy. Dr. Lieb is the app I referenced earlier. You literally just go on there, find a doctor, and book an appointment through an app for free, and it just works. It actually works very well. So I take back what I said about French tech. Dr. Lieb.
Dr. Lieb was created during COVID.
I love you. There are small luxuries that are so accessible. Like with the food, we're going to talk about food. Strawberries here are amazing. Orange juice, everything, just so good. Wine is cheap. France is the microbrewing capital of Europe now. I'm skipping straight into food now. I guess we're going to talk about food culture.
Food!
I love eating here.
Chocolate.
There are drawbacks, but quality, simplicity, these are the things that the French do very well. What they don't do so well is strong flavors or spice.
in French cuisine, yes, we don't have a lot of strong flavor. It depends where it's going. If it's going to the normal restaurants, what is it? Because in France we have 3 types of restaurants. You have the fast food, you have the normal restaurants when you're gonna pay around 20 euros per person, and you have the fancy restaurant when you're gonna pay 50 to 60 euros per person. Depending on that, you will have spice and strong flavor in your food, even if it's made by a French chef. So, what is he talking about with that? And is he talking about French food, or is he talking about restaurant in general? Because especially in Paris, we have really good Korean restaurants, Chinese restaurants, Japanese restaurants. So is he talking about the French cuisine in general, or is he? Yes, we have strong spice and flavor. It just depends how it's cooked. If he's going to a normal fast restaurant, yeah, you're not gonna have a. I think you mean heat. Why Americans obsessed with spice? Not everything needs to deserve your tongue tissue. Yeah, and the food in south of France is really spicy, like with the seafood and everything.
Like sometimes, I know I'm an American, I know I love salt, but sometimes I just want to get kicked in the face with a really strong flavor, or eat something so spicy that I sweat for a good 15 minutes.
That's not food. Okay, I don't agree with him. I'm sorry, but if you just want to sweat for 15 minutes, that's not good food. That's not good food.
Minutes.
And putting salt on food doesn't make the food good.
That doesn't exist here. It's very hard to find. Most immigrant food gets watered down for the French palate. So there are a lot of Asian food, a lot of Mexican food, so many things that you eat here.
Alors, from the plate he went, he didn't want to... he didn't went to strong. That's what I was saying.
What they don't do so well
he didn't go
is
to
strong flavors.
I'm just
or
taking
spice.
the plate again. The
like
plate tell me if it's.
I know I'm an American. I know I love salt, but sometimes I just want to get kicked in the face with a really strong flavor, or eat something so spicy that I sweat for a good 15 minutes. That doesn't exist here. It's very hard to find. Most.
Alors, si that's the problem I have with that person. In France, we really have this culture of having different standing of food depending of how much you can put on your plate. And I'm sorry, but especially in Paris, it has so much opportunity to have so many different expensive, good Mexican and Japanese restaurants. But from what I'm looking at, he didn't go to those places. He went to the one that you pay 15, 20 euros per person. Of course, you're not gonna have excellent food.
Immigrant food gets watered down for the French palate. So there are a lot of Asian food, a lot of...
Here, the same, the plate, it's, no? Trying to get spicy with an hemisphere.
Mexican food, so many things that you eat here.
For me, he just didn't go. I think for me personally, he's a bit on... He's doing it a bit on purpose.
Are close, but not quite. Which is why I like going to London so much, because at least Londoners, I don't know about all...
In fact, we work on a lot of the flavors. We don't need to hide it behind on a spice. No, I don't agree.
All the Brits. Londoners aren't scared of a little bit of spice, and man, we can get hot sauces here now. There are some really good French hot sauce companies, and this comes back to the laggard thing. They're slow to pick things up, but when they pick them up, man, do they do them well. There's some great hot sauce companies here, great coffee companies here, great...
I'm so no, I don't agree. Oh my god. I don't like the way he's being like, oh, French are so out of the trend. Thanks God we are not following stupid trends.
Beer here now. When I first moved to France, coffee was terrible everywhere. And I mean, you can still get a lot of really bad coffee around town. There were maybe a dozen good coffee shops in Paris, and now there's hundreds. I cannot keep track of them all. It is a phenomenal problem to have. One of the things...
He's insulting his Frenchness.
that might throw you when you first move here is the length of meals. Like, you're going to end up having some very long meals with people, whether that's with families or with friends. Like, a 3 to 4 hour meal used to make me so uncomfortable. I could not handle it.
It depends. Again, it depends where you go. Imagine telling friends but I don't have good coffee. Alors, I'm not a coffee enjoyer, so this I don't know. But I made some food with expensive coffee. And it was a good coffee. She went to French Starbucks. I mean, I know that the coffee place in France is in the south. So if you go in the south of France, especially if you go at Marseille, and he say that their coffee sucks, I think he's gonna die. I think we're not gonna see this person ever again. Because Marseille was the first place that they introduced coffee in France. I pray for this person. I pray for this person that no Marseille people will see this video.
Very difficult for me to get through an entire...
Alors, the long meal, it depends. Hein. If you are with your family, yes. If you are with friends, yes. If you are with businesses, not really. You can trace back most European exotic goods that were best from places that had colonies in the origin country of said
like
food.
Proper traditional French meal, like a good Sunday like event. And now I love it. Sitting, eating, drinking, talking. That's all you do at a French meal. There are orders.
But what do you do as English, as an American, when you eat? What do you do? You're not eating, drinking, and talking? What do you do? What do you do when you eat with people in America?
To it, obviously with your courses, you need to learn how to cut the cheese. So
No one cares about how you cut your cheese, trust me.
many things, so many fun little cultural things.
If you want to get good traditional original food, you don't go to fancy restaurants. Spending time with your friends and eating, nah. Like America.
Don't be scared of it. I think that's one of the big things that I've learned about France. I think a lot of people are really worried because the French have this reputation for being...
No one, I'm sorry about the things with the glass, no one does it. Only the, how do we say? Only the, there's a thing in France for Parisian people that are a bit, how to say, the high class, and no one tasted the wine before. No. Yeah, it's snob, yeah. I mean, if you do this in front of me, I'm just gonna laugh. Huh? This is a good vintage of cherry cola. I would be like, what? No, man, no one does that. Huh? No one tastes their wine
snobs.
before.
Reputation for being arrogant.
No one does that. I swear. She's drinking away from her best dad ever mug.
And it makes people very defensive and very scared to engage with French culture. But my experience has been that the French are so excited to teach you about their culture. They might rib you a little bit along the way. They do have a better sense of humor than they get credit for a lot of the time.
See, I have a good sense of humor. No, don't make fun of friends. For me, the freeway is a British thing. Like, I really don't get it. Rather have a nice Red Bull to my candlelight dinner every time. It's so damn swag.
But they love it. And if you, especially when you learn how to do it right, oh man, the praise you get for cutting the cheese correctly.
But I don't even know how to cut the cheese correctly. No one cares about that. Who did the meat? Who did this guy meet? I'm worried about him.
Hard to beat. Really, really great. Even though I struggle.
Damn, if my friend is like, I'm sorry, but the way you're cutting your cheese is not the French way. But I ditch that person immediately. Huh? I hit it, I slap it, I kick it, I double kick it, and then...
Sometimes to find, there's no snacks in this country, for example, like the good snacks, as far as I'm like...
She said we don't have good snacks. buy cherry tomato. Carrots. Big snacks.
In my
This video has been sponsored by Cheetos. I was about to say it. I was about to say it. He got me before. I was about to say. They don't have good snacks. This video has been promoted by Cheetos and Doritos.
American brain, they don't really exist. They released French Cheetos recently. They are the worst thing I've ever eaten out of a bag.
Doritos is not food. It's ever. Okay, I'm sorry, but pardon, attendez. We have this. Attendez. I'm gonna get mad. Attendez. We have this. This potato chips. They're true potato, okay? They're not been made into weird flavor with added extra sugar thingy for American taste. No, they are changing the taste because of that. But before they were just potato chips and they were good. We also have this. Attendez. We have saucisson. It's yummy. It's good. Why do you want your processed Cheetos when you can have saucisson? Why? How to say that French doesn't have a culture of snacking? We have yummy snacks. And we haven't have this. This is my favorites. Attendez. We haven't have this. This is chips win with vegetables. It's so good. We have this and it's yummy. We have this too. Attendez. What was the name? We have this. Well, this you know it because I'm always talking about it, but this is the best thing. This, the cherry tomatoes. I don't snack during games. I'm not a snacking person, to be honest. Okay, the French people, help me here. Help me, give me French snacks. Now, we need to show them that it exists. Ah, the garlic bread. Oh my lord, oui, the garlic bread. We have this as a snack. This. It's garlic and it's butter and it's bread. It's perfect. And we also have small pastry. Like we have the croissant dough, and the croissant dough you can use it to make a thing with cheese, with meat inside. That's not a meal. That's a snack. No, I'm sorry, but we have amazing snacks. It's just for him, a snack is it's a Cheetos, but no, we have good snacks. It just doesn't know them. I'm sorry, Mr. American. I'm sorry, but he doesn't know. Yeah. He doesn't know about good snacks, that's all. He has the snack of Americans. Of course, he's not gonna like snacks.
They're so horrible, but they will figure it out one of these days. I trust them to. And who needs snacks when you have phenomenal cheese, bread, fruit, charcuterie? Like you just go to a grocery store, buy the cheap stuff, like cheap lunch meat kind of a thing, assemble a picnic, take it to a park, and for 5 to 10 euros, you have the best picnic you've ever had in your entire life. I'm so lucky to have come of age, really, in French culture because I already have very strong opinions and tastes and things that I love and I do miss. But France has refined it. And where France may not do strong flavors, novelty, new, like cutting edge, trendy food stuff so much, what they do is come in right behind all that.
I'm sorry, but why Americans are always, they need trends. Why can't you wake up and be like, I wanna eat Chinese, I wanna eat Korean, I wanna eat Mexican? Why do you need a trends to try new things? Can't you do it alone?
And make it way better. And the quality, richness, there's tons of butter. You might struggle if you don't like butter. There's butter in everything. But honestly, just the quality of it, the lack of sugar in everything.
Butter is good for the health though. Not too many, but butter is good for the health.
Everything. Food in France, just like,
Yeah, it's true. You can have good sandwiches.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Hopefully, all of this has helped you to get an idea of some of the experiential differences, both negative and positive. For me personally, I'm very happy to be in Paris in particular, but I have so much of France to explore, so much of it that I love. Marseille is another really great big city right on the coast. If you want warmer, hotter weather and
he went to Marseille and he said that the coffee is bad. I pray for his soul. This person next summer is gonna disappear.
You love the Mediterranean, you've got that available to you. If you like colder, wetter weather, you want to be more northerly, you've got that as well. France has almost everything on offer. Like I said, mountains, beaches, beautiful countryside, and of course, some phenomenal cities. It's central. It's very easy to travel all the way across Europe. Our trains are really fast. Our airports are getting better. I feel like living in Paris personally has gotten so much better over the last decade. It has its problems. Both the city of Paris and the country of France have some huge challenges ahead, but where doesn't in the world right now? I mean, life is kind of insane everywhere, but
I'm sorry, but we have to talk about this because
challenges ahead, but where doesn't?
I know for many foreigners, this view is like, oh my God, the view of Paris, it's beautiful. Me, what I see is that someone is living here. Someone is living in 5 square meters here. Someone is living there. Someone is living here. This is his only window of someone living here. Me, what I'm seeing is that it's small, expensive place to live. And do you see? Everyone is crowded. Like, you don't have a view. He has a view because it's on top of a restaurant or whatever. But this person has view to the person in front. This person has view to the person that is here. This person has literally view to this here and this here. Like, no, it's not nice to live here. You are living with your neighbors. You don't have space for yourself. This gives me anxiety. This gives me anxiety. There's no space to breathe. I know I'm accidentally stalking my dead walls. I'm sorry, but this, for me, it's not pretty. Huh? This, for me, is crowded places where you can't breathe.
In the world right now. I mean, life is kind of insane everywhere, but I'm so grateful to be in Paris. There's no city on earth I would rather be, and that's just
Look.
I mean, life is...
Here, there's someone living here. And even here. And here too. Those people have only this to live on. Ah, you don't know this? Attendez. Where we gonna go? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna show you something funny. Attendez, I'm gonna show you something cool. Alors, we're gonna put louer. Paris. I did. Why does it work? going on? What did I do? Me. Why it doesn't accept me that I look for stuff? Boom, I'm gonna go somewhere else. The website doesn't work. Ah, attendez. Hop. Where is it for IT? I'm trying to show you the small place. We're gonna. Can I do it? Can I do it with the price? Like that. Mais vers fake things too. Ah, mais maybe I can put... Attendez, I need to put some filters. One, please. It's not really in France, though. Ah, this one looks good. Attendez. Looks too good to be true. I need to be sure that... This one is fake. This was annoying. There's so many fake stuff. I wanted to show you. I need to find... I'm gonna find something to show you. Ah, this, for example. How much is it, this one? Attends, I'm just checking the... not small enough. Okay, I'm gonna try to make it smaller. Let's go for... Trying to show you stuff. Ah, this. Oh oui, this with the... Perfect. Alors, attendez. Do you see? Alors. You see the picture? Attendez, you don't see the top of it, it's annoying. You see the picture, you're like, wow! Insane place to live, right? Voilà, this is your house. For 800 euros per month. This is your house. Voilà. And you don't have toilet inside your house. But you have a nice view. You have view on your netboards there, your netboards there, your netboards there. The one that is lucky that has a nice, nice garden here. But you, this is your house. 800 euros. Nice, no? It's like that in every big city in Europe. I know. I'm just showing you what we were saying on the picture. What is it inside? And this one is not too bad. Usually it's worse than that. I'm just showing you. I've seen... no, but you can have worse. Huh? I just wanted to show you the... how it looks like. But technically this one is a good one. Because you have some... they look like something. But I'm not on the good one for that. Here I'm on a website that's gonna show you nice things. It's annoying. It's not the one that's gonna show you like the worst things to see. Sadly.
Kind of insane everywhere. But I'm so grateful to be in Paris. There's no city on earth I would rather be, and that's just me. So whether or not it's for you, whether or not France is for you, maybe you'd be happier in Provence or somewhere, you know.
The one I show you is what it was clear and neat. Usually those places, they are really in bad shape, and people are buying,
a small town,
renting it because they don't have anything
somewhere,
else.
Or Montpellier, or I don't know, the Basque country is freaking amazing. There's
Montpellier
a lot
is
to love
amazing
about this country, and you don't have to do Paris. You can do so much more.
Montpellier, if you are a tech person or you are a young student and you want to study in France, Montpellier is it's nice for you. If you have the possibility to study in France at Montpellier, you will be happy.
I think the main thing I would say, especially if you're thinking about moving to Paris at this point, would be if you can afford it. I mean, if you're thinking about moving here, hopefully you figured out a way to do it on your own. But definitely come here and make sure you can do the winter. A lot of people come in spring, summer, fall, and they're like, wow, this place is magical, which is true. Winter sucks. Winter absolutely sucks. It's just dreary, gray. People leave. It's lonely. So my
How is winter in America? I mean, for me, winter, it's a bit...
recommendation would be make sure you can actually survive the winters here, or you can afford to go to, like, I don't know, Thailand during the summer, during the winter, whatever it is. Try to come get a sense of the real.
But that's the winter in Europe in general. I have to do French first, it's true. I am in the suburb of Montpellier, and it's where I did my study. It's nice. Yeah, Montpellier is really nice. Everyone's depressed during the winter here. But I think it's a thing. Most people are depressed in winter than in any other
here in Paris,
season.
Give it a try. And don't be afraid of the French. Don't be afraid to make friends. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
MW
At the same time, be aware.
Be afraid of me. Be afraid of me. Beware of me.
A lot of people move to France thinking this is their dream and get out of here in 6 months to a year because they discover like the realities of living here don't really line up. Editor's note, I've actually been working with some consultants, Trenier Consulting, phenomenal people, Americans that have lived here for like 23 years that have raised their kids here, open businesses, run the gamut. They've been very, very helpful with some decisions that I've been making in my business, and they're amazing.
I think he's living in one of those small apartments we were talking about.
I'll leave a link to them below. If you're looking to move here, if you're looking to open a business here, if you're looking for help, they're a really great resource. Let them know I sent you. I forgot to put that in there. They've been phenomenal to work with. If you're interested in more, let me know in the comments below. I can do a deep dive on any one of those subjects.
That's nice that he put people to contact if you need information.
I'm going to do one on business here soon, the end of the 3-part series that I've been doing on how I make money basically in France. It's been a long journey from like falling off a cliff before I moved here, starting my life over and getting to where I am today, and then talking about where I am, how I make my money, and the future of that.
So the
business challenges in France will be absolutely baked into that. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe. I need to make sure to ask people to subscribe. We're so close to 100,000 subscribers. I just want...
Well, I guess you speak French. No. The mezzanine is selling that his apartment is like 20 square meters maximum. I think, to be frank, if you are living alone, I don't see the reason to have more than 30 square meters. But it just depends. He's living in Paris, so it's gonna be expensive. I would have a place that is just one room. I have more space than I can use. Me right now, I'm happy with what I have. But when it's too small, it can be really hard. Like you can really... Me, personally, that I am someone that don't go out that often. I would say that if you are someone, an extrovert person, for example, if it doesn't have too big, it's okay because most of the time it's gonna be outside. When you are not an outside person, I would say that having a minimum is better for your mental. Because if it's too small, it can be complicated though. Just live in your net boss rules. Ah, yes, why I don't think of that. I am an introvert and I like small rooms. Oh, me, no, not too small. For the same price that I pay every month in my coats, I could have 150 square meters with garden in a small city, 1 hour in a car. Yeah, after, I mean, you pay what you prefer, I would say. If you want to be close to your work and you don't really care the space you have, you will pay that price to be near where you're working. If you prefer to enjoy a garden and those kind of things, of course you will have to move further away from the big cities, and it really depends on what you personally the most important thing is to feel good inside your apartments. So what you enjoy after, it's up to you. We don't care. It's really up to you what you like. I could be an introvert, but I still think a one-room apartment is dystopian. Me, it will be complicated. I've been through this. A one-room place, it was 9. No, a bit less. It was like 7. It was probably 7 something. We were 2 inside it. That was hell. That was hell. But the city I talk about is a shithole I worked there for a replacement for 3 months for a Skype poverty. Ah. Yeah, there was things in France, but I think in many countries you have some city that sadly are a bit... I'm thinking about its choice because of my rent, I saw. I finally got to catch a stream, but I need to go now. See you, Elos. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. And enjoy your weekend, thank you. What time is it now? Oh, it's already 1 AM. Damn. 2 hours for a video of 20 minutes. Oops. But there were so many things to say. I think most of what he said is kind of true. I mean, it's his point of view. If it's his experience. I think, for me, some stuff are probably a bit... I don't know. For me, some stuff were a bit... I don't agree with. But after, if it's point of view, so probably for him it's his truth. For me, it depends. On some stuff, it depends. Sleeping is a course. Yeah, it's hot, huh? It's hot. That's why I didn't. I think it was a good choice that I didn't stream Tuesday and Wednesday, because Tuesday and Wednesday it was. Oh, it was hard. Oh, it was. I think my computer would have exploded. And me and my computer. It was really hard. So tomorrow, I'm so happy. Did you see tomorrow? The stream is quite late for the French Chino. I'm sorry. Because otherwise, I'm not gonna survive the heat. So I prefer to stream at night. So I'm okay. I mean, I think... since you can buy a house for almost nothing, and there's a lot of agricultural terrain in the mountain, it's used to grow and as warehouse for... Ah. Okay, I'm not really interested in that. Not really interested in that, Alni. Thank you, Cat Lady. May thank you to you, Lamp. Well, I hope you learned some stuff. At least you have seen some of Friends. And a lot of his head, but you have seen a bit of Friends. I thought he's gonna show more French things, but actually no, he was more speaking. I thought it's gonna show some metro things. I didn't expect that it was gonna be more of him talking than showing stuff. You can have an apartment for 40-50 square meters for 350 euros per month. I grew up in a mining town full of miners and their children and families, where when the mines closed in the 90s, they all eventually closed after that. French hate spice and love when you swirl your wine. No, I mean, you can do it if you want, but he said like it was every French person that was doing this. No. Totally no. But that's why I'm saying that I think he got the Parisian... I think he got the middle class Parisian experience. It's just a bit sad for him that he didn't really go outside of Paris to have more exchange with French people out of Paris, because we don't react the same. We don't approach things the same. Especially the way he was being at the restaurant. This is typically Parisian. we don't do this. There's a thing, you know, in France. There's a thing saying that you can spot a Parisian from 20 kilometers away. I think it's one of those things. You will find spices. Meanwhile, is burning her mouth from mayo. No, mayo, it's okay. There's no spice in mayo. Well, depends of your mayo, but in my mayo, there's no spice. Just saying that he got the accurate Paris experience. No, he didn't get the accurate Paris experience. That's what I'm saying. He got the middle class Parisian experience. That's one of the side of Paris. After, I think he didn't want to show the bad. I have a feeling that he, for the good way of his video that needs to be promoted, he didn't talk about some issue, like a big issue that there's in Paris. Kinda weird that he didn't talk about the, like how you can get stolen easily. True, that's a great 10% croissant. Which side of Paris is the good side? The museum! The museum are cool. Because it's in Paris security, for example. And how much cost the parking? He didn't talk about that too. Have you seen the price for parking laws in Paris? Insane! I think it has the same experience content creator I have when going to Tokyo and live there. Like, they don't have to engage with the bad part of the culture. I think it depends, but yeah, he didn't talk about some stuff. I can see that he didn't talk about some stuff. What he said for me is the easy Paris experience. Especially if he's speaking English, he will have some struggles. Like, why he didn't speak about the people trying to scam you with a fake association that you have to put your name and stuff like that that are totally fake. Being a woman in Paris is really because of harassment. Yes, it is. Basically, France is like a donut. As long as you ignore the center, the edges are pretty nice. Yes. Yeah, you could say that. I mean, Paris has its charm, and just that there's a lot of issue with Paris. The smaller museums are also pretty good in Paris. There was like a nice decorated Victorian building you could walk into. I went, the last one I went, it was the fashion, the woman fashion with during the years. And it started with some really pretty princesses clothes. That was really pretty. And then they show it per years, how it was changing and stuff like that. Really cool. And after they put like a huge stand for Adidas. And when I was like, I know who promoted that. I mean, you need money to make a museum works, but I was like, you have to imagine that you're working in the museum. The museum is quite old. You're working in that old museum, and you have all those pretty dresses, all those like fashion changing with the years and the woman body, how it was, etc. And then you turn your head on the right, and you have like a huge stand of Adidas stuff, like all the sneakers. Ad of Adidas made the woman more free. So I'm like, I know who pay for this exposition. I hope you give him a dislike. No, I didn't put a dislike. No, but I think Paris is just take care, quoi. Paris, you go there to visit some things, but don't stay. It's dirty, dangerous, and a lot of sexual harassment. I mean, any big city has this, to be honest. The same problem with thieves, sexual harassment, stuff like that, sadly. But... but no, I just think that it's weird that, for example, they didn't speak about how the metro is complicated in France. Like, you can get lost pretty easily. Capital city have their own culture most of the time, so they feel alien to most people from that country. Yeah. No, but any big city have this problem, to be honest. The bigger you have a number of inhabitants, the bigger issue you get. For sure. So this I don't really mind, but it's just that... 10,000% sure he only went to the metro once to film it and never use it over on that. No, it's pretty common to use the metro. It's pretty common in Paris to use the metro. Like, you have one metro every 2 minutes. No, the metro, to be honest, if you are not... Me, the problem that I have with transportation is not... The metro is not bad. Bon, it smells bad. It's not always clean, but... It's working quite well, the metro in Paris. It's when you go outside of Paris. When you are not all the time using the metro, that's the problem. It's when you're taking your train after the metro that you have a lot of issue. Like we were saying with the... In France, you have... in Paris, you have the metro. That is the subway. And then you have the Grand Line that go near Paris. So most people live in those cities and they go to work in Paris. And you have RER, you have TER, you have the Transylvanian lines, we call it like that. And those, they always have issues. And they are always crowded. The Grand Line is from One Piece though. The TGV too, from different big cities. But those have many issues. Like many, all the time. Those are the problem, not the metro. The metro, as I said, every 2 minutes you can have one. And if you don't have a metro, you have buses. So in Paris, it's really well deserved in Paris in terms of transportation. In Paris, you don't need a car, to be honest. It will be too expensive anyway to have a car because the parking lot are like one day in a parking lot in Paris is gonna cost you up to 60 euros. So not many people use their car. Usually if you are living in Paris, you're just gonna use the metro. In Germany, we have a comprehensive train network that connects all cities and most villages, and then in city we have a metro network that also drive on street and also good bus network. I don't have many things I would want to see in Paris. I would rather go to Centre, Val de Loire, Normandy, and Grand Est. I think you have to check Paris because it's interesting. You have many cool monuments. So it's to see. It's to see. But if you have the opportunity to see something else of France, you will enjoy it. Especially if you like, how to say, big things. If you like to have more space. Because Paris is really crowded, so you can't really have... You can't breathe in Paris. Me, personally. Maybe it's because also I'm scared of... like, when there's too many people, I get really anxious. You can say that I have agoraphobia. So when you have agoraphobia and you are in Paris, not the best thing. Not the best thing. But, for those, as I said, for those that like those kind of big city, many things... Yes, it's over Omicron. If you are like this and you like to have always going out, have a coffee, bar, meetings, you're gonna love Paris because it's true, there's many things to do there. But if you are not like this and you prefer more quiet activities, it's gonna be complicated. You know, for the verdict is that it's an American having an American opinion. On some stuff, yeah, it was super American. Especially on the English adoption. I'm gonna adopt my French. What the hell is that English adoption? This made me mad. No, we the snacks, oh damn. We have one of the best snacks. I think in Europe we have a good snacking experience. Especially because the snacks are different depending the country. Avignon in the south of France was the second Roman city of pops. No, but we have many cities that it's cool to explore, to be honest. Can I get a happy 4th of July for American Bros? Of course, I said it at the start of the video, Remy! Happy 4th of July, the Americans, bro! We still love you, even though you have weird, like... even though you have weird judgment about French, speaking French in France, but we still love you. Of course we love you, American bro. In Portugal, we are big on snacks and pastry, right? Yeah, it's true. It's the same thing. The video... Yeah, of course. The video was totally his opinion. I think it's more than his opinion, it's his experience. And on what I suggest from this person and what kind of people he had around him, that's why I'm saying he had the middle class enjoyment of Paris. He didn't have the more low class experiment. I can see it. The way he speak about Paris. Especially when he said nothing, like when he started his phrase and he said nothing is open before 7 AM and stuff like that. I was like, oh, he's gonna talk about how it's hard for people working early in the morning to go to work. No, he was like, because I want my coffee. And I was like, there's other problem than that. It's true that in France, when you are a worker that has to go to work, to be at work for 5 or 6 a.m., in France it's almost impossible because the first train, they start at 5 a.m., but the metro, they start at 6. So when you are working super early shift in Paris, you have to take the buses at night, but the buses at night, it's usually for the people that went to party. So they are all drunk or drugged or totally out of the planet. So it's really hard when you are a worker working at night in Paris and you want to use transportation. It's almost impossible. This is true, and I thought he will talk about this, but we don't have transportation at night. But no, no. For him, it was the going to do his sport and the coffee that's not open. And I was like, okay, that's not the. We don't have the same issue here. He's gonna show us the Paris underground. Never go to the underground in Paris. There's weird things going on there. Don't go to the catacomb. Never. Go where you can, like the touristic place, but never go alone. There's some creepy stuff going on there, and you can get lost really easily. But there's some weird things going on there. Don't go. Like really. If you care about your safety, don't go there. Never. Germany until the percent are a performance enhancing drug. She has garlic bread. I have bruschetta and pain perdu. Oh, pain perdu. Mim. Catacomb streams when? Bah, first of never because there's no connection. I mean, the ground like the dark cheap side. Ah, the dark cheap side is like any other country. We have prostitution there. We have the problem with the insecurity. The homeless people that can be aggressive. Illegal immigrants that can be aggressive too. Because of many things. All those, I would say, any big city has those problems. Because strangely, no connection to meter in the ground. Yeah, it's weird, huh? But it's not only Paris, to be honest. This is It's not only in Paris. In France, the problem is that in France, it's not legal to have I don't remember the name, but it's not legal at all, and it creates like those kind of thing. In Paris, Grenoble, and Marseille, it's worse than any other city. Yep. Homeless drunk himself went into the catacomb and had fallen in well. The firefighter found him underground behind the postal station. No, the catacomb is really dangerous. Don't go. Don't go, and I don't know if they stole the copy. And we still have one, but no one has the real map of the underground of Paris. Omicron, you will see it. They're not even hiding anymore. That's the problem with France, is that in terms of that traffic, they are not even hiding anymore. You will see it. I love a story, the one online group that just stole the only map. Yeah, they stole the map. Not only that, there's two weird things. Like, we talk about people meeting in the catacombs to do weird stuff, weird rituals. But it's really true. There's really some weird things going on there. It's true that the medieval sewage system spawned the Winterside City. I don't understand the question, Limp. I love the story of them restoring that one clock in the very old building during the night since the city didn't want to restore it. Since the catacomb are 3D with multiple... Ah, attendez. We lost the music. It's a different kind of fun compared to nightclubs. Me, I wouldn't go there. But it's me personally. My bad, I'm in entire city, I'm on my phone. Yeah, it's true, it's true. But you have to imagine that one of the reasons why in Paris you can't really build underground is because they don't know they don't really know how impacted is the underground. Like they don't really know where is what exactly. So that's why you can't really like build stuff underground because we don't really know how everything is holding together. And that's mainly why also we don't have skyscrapers, because we don't know if the weight will be... It will hold the weight and all that because there's hole everywhere. You have to imagine Paris as a cheese underground. It's a cheese, there's hole everywhere, so better to not make more problem. But it's funny because the day there's gonna be how do we say? Not heat wave. I have heat wave in my brain, but it's the one that everything is shaking. Like if one day there's this, I'm gonna have a problem in Paris, I can tell you. How do we say heat? No. Half something. Half strike? No, not half strike. No, I have tsunami. It's not a tsunami. I think that it's gonna be bright and good. What's the name? Yeah, Paris is like a cheese. No, not shockwave. Why I don't have the words? You said to translate canicule. No. When there's seismic undulation. What's the name? Earthquake! Earthquake! Found it. If there's an earthquake in Paris, there's no Paris. Oh my lord, I finally found it. Yeah, if there's that, no more Paris. Boom, Paris is out. My first part about the catacomb is that they were established as a big graveyard. Is the big corpse flood where corpses around the graveyard flooded into surrounding basements. I don't know why I didn't have the quake. I had the F, but not the quake. It was like F, seismic vibration, or no. I couldn't find the quake. I don't know why. Sorry. It took me some time to find this. But I found it finally. Nice. So pray that there will never be an earthquake. If you happen to be in Paris when there's an earthquake, go somewhere that there's nothing around. She forgot the most well-known disaster because France is not really... We don't have many earthquakes. France are not on a... like Japan that there's usually earthquake. We don't have this in France. It's... or we can, but it's really small. It's not big ones. So for us, having natural disaster is not that common. Paris is far away from tectonic plate limits, so if Paris is destroyed by an earthquake, 80% of the country will be in a worse state. Oh yeah, totally. Pretty sure there's no earthquake that far in Europe. In Southern Europe, well, yeah, it's totally different. But at some point, it has to change because, as we know, the thingy in that make the earthquake, they gonna move. So in some years, it's gonna happen. Or not yet, but at some point it will happen. No is. What do you mean no? It can happen. Not now, like in 10,000 years, but at some point it will. Yeah, I know that they move slow, but at some point. When we all be just dust. We're gonna walk and be like, I told you! I told you that Paris was not made for this. In years and years and years. Or maybe we're still gonna survive. Who knows? Not sure you can live long. Yeah, I will still be here. I will just... should I put my domino in a jar when you all like, so I keep you with me. And I put a name on the jar. This was Omicron. This was... The If Gremlin will immigrate in 1 million years. We will all die each. Maybe you will be dust. I will be a program running on almost... Maybe? She wants a jar. But just so I keep you with me, you don't want to? You don't want to be forever with me in a jar? And I will put you... Look, I will put you on the backgrounds. Each one of you will be here somewhere on the background. You will choose your spot. Or on the desk. I can put you on the desk here. You want to be on the desk? Hello! Hello, Mr. Poopman. Hello, hello. She wants to put Domino in jar, but it's need to be stop. Mais no. It's gonna be cool jar. You want color on your jar? From Elden Ring, I learned to never trust strangers to put you in a jar. But I'm not gonna hit you for it. I will wait patiently that you become dust. But I will take your dust. And up, I will put you in the jar. Cordama, it just happened to come. You play Clair Obscur yet? I have. We are playing it right now. We are at Act 3. Clair Obscur best game. It has to become Game of the Year. If it's not Game of the Year, I riot. I'm telling you. We're gonna watch the Game of the Year together, and if it's not Game of the Year, I riot. You won't hear me for 1 year, because I will be rioting somewhere. Thanks for your weird brain. It's fantastic material to make streams. But you don't want to be put in a jar? Imagine we could do one... No. 2 Doom... Attendez, what was the thing? Well, I wanted to make a joke and I don't remember. Two cup, 1 domino. 1 domino, 2... I don't remember. But I don't remember that reference. That's dark reference. I'm sorry. I can't make my joke. Can I be dried out and shredded into a fine dust and be put randomly into floor packets? No, I'm gonna make it like what they do in museum. I'm gonna slice you in many pieces and I'm gonna put you in the background. It's not Game of the Year, I could understand, but if it's not Soundtracks of the Year, I go personally to the Game Awards to burn the place to the ground. There's that... They have I don't think they have it. I can't choose between Clair Obscur and Kingdom Comes 2. Both are amazing. No, Clair Obscur. Hein. Azura, you don't need to choose Clair Obscur. Azura, look at my eyes. It has to be Clair Obscur. You're gonna prefer Clair Obscur. For a second, I thought she would want to make a lemon out of me and put me into a glass coffin and preserve me like a pickle. No! I want to slice you. Can I? How many slices of you do you think I can make? Oh, and I'm gonna dry you like chips. Can I slice you and dry you like chips? This is gonna be interesting. Have we haven't done chips out of humans? I will give you some Kingdom Come. Is that a joke? Only if you don't eat me. No, I'm not gonna eat you. Of course, I'm gonna just look at you. Where are there even good indie games this year? I can't remember. Clair Obscur. I think I can answer to you this question. Which one? The slice? How many slices we can make for 1 human? Every time I speak, I get more worried. No, don't be. Wait, Omicron, do you prefer the jar or the slices? Can I make a saucisson out of a domino? Can I make a domino saucisson? A saucy domino? A saucy mino? How do we call it? Domino saucisson? Something Kingdom Come, something domino jar. Because of my pharmacy study, I learned about microscopy. In a hospital, we can make slice of to put under a microscope. Nice! Oh, I'm gonna put Cordama in the microscope to look at it. I'm gonna study Cordama. We're gonna study Cordama. Yeah, but you have to tap on the glass at least once to destroy you. I know you still care. Okay, I will do this. Germany, we have an institute dedicated to doing preservation stuff like that, like making human preservation where only the vein or only the nerve stay. It's super cool. Have you seen the picture of only the nerve system? That's so weird. That's so weird. We look like a giant. I have seen it in person. How does it feel to see it in person? It must feel weird, no? You must feel like you must feel like the robotic flesh you are. Like you must feel like the flesh machine when you see this. I'm sorry, you cannot put my dust in a jar. Can I put it in a box? Ah, damn it. But can they take the brain? But can I have can I have the toes? I'm gonna make a collection of your toes, the domino toes. And after, when I have enough of them, I'm gonna make like, you know the... you know the games when you play with dice? I'm gonna make 2 dice of domino. Okay, no, because it's not the feet, it's the toes. I can get you a toe. Nice, I want a toe. Make a domino Frankenstein. I was going to biology at some points. Color Godric the craft. Oh, yes, if I get each part of you differently, we can make another domino. Damn. Of course, it's show our feet fetish once more. I'm not a feet fetish, I'm a totish. I'm a totish. It's different. Why totish make me laugh? I like the word totish. Totish. Oh. Just mover of toes. Call me Totish now. Is this under grafted feet fetish? No! Is this under grafted Totish? Call me Totish now. Is your feet addiction is concerning? Well, haven't you seen feet and you've been like, wow, this is pretty feet? No, never. Never, only me. I will not do that. Okay. But you don't have this when sometimes you see, I don't know, you see an armpit or you see the arm of someone and you're like, damn, that's a nice arm. No, never. Like just a specific part of their body, not the full person. Just a specific spot and you're like, damn. No. You probably don't want to see the Domino Gorilla Grippers. I can explain why there's so much feet fetish in the world scientifically. I'm curious why. I hate the human body. I find the concept of a body disgusting most of the time. But no, it's good. It's cute. It's flesh. Did French change its language to English? No. There's a scientific reason for the feet fetish. It'll be hard to explain this in English. Ah. I want a robot body or no body at all. Oh no. Kordama, that's the best thing about the flesh. Like, it's fleshy. It's so nice. French changed to Welsh. Cold Guy's ideal body. You want to be a brush? Okay, why not? Though wood can get infested by things, and then you're gonna rot. Mais non, my flesh is so cute. I think if we were hard to touch, it will not be cute. I like the fact that our flesh is like you know, antidepressant balloon. Did you have those antidepressant ball that you can squish? It's the same thing with your whole body. You are a whole antidepressant squish ball if you think about it. You're stressed, squish yourself. It's nice. Imagine if we were just like metal. It's called metal. You can't do anything with metal. It's just metal. It's cold and it doesn't change shape when you touch it. It's just boring. While flesh, you can do so many things with the flesh. The only reason why I tolerate the human body is because boobies exist. Boobies best invention. In which chat room of the Discord should I try to explain the foot fetish? You can do it in general. Yes, if I was a beta, I could put a fidget spinner in my fingers. No, that's boring! No booba, so no anti-stress, painful existence. But you can do it with your hips. You can squish your hips. You can squish your arms. You can squish your upper arms. You can squish your face. You can squish everything. You have a butt, right? So you can squish your butt. Cyber part and robot lips are cool, though. I don't know. It feels like... I don't know. Just for the love of God, don't do a Domino foot rating stream, please. You wanna do this? Send me your foot. Anonymously. You can send me your foot anonymously and we're gonna rate it. Oh yes, let's do this. Don't do this. What are humans but cultured animals? Cultured? Why you ask for it? But it's anonymous, we don't know. Better, you send me only your toe. You can't send me the rest, just one toe. And we check the toe. You know why you call me potato? Because of potatoes. So makes sense, huh? But why the toe? I don't know, it's funny. No, I didn't see this, Risha. Interesting. Which toe would it be though? Ah, between the big one and the small one, I wonder. Because the small one has always like a funny shape. So for toe, I won't give you mine for free. One of the little or the Alux, but I don't know. Which one you think would be better? I need to find toe size and straight. The big one has a name, it's the Halux. But the Halux or the small one? Which one is the... I think the small one will give us more interesting shapes. No one ever talk about the middle three toes. But it's the same thing with your fingers. I know, because we talk about the middle fingers. No, for the hands, it's the one between the thumbs and the small. No one talk about those. Middle fingers, yes. Thumbs, yes. Small pinky, yes. But the two other ones, no one talk about them. No one care. No one. It's true, no? Did you expect this level of the content when you woke up today? And there's always a time to talk about things. Let's talk about those fingers and those toes that we don't talk about. Because I'm pretty sure they're important. What can you not do if you don't have those? My toes are destroyed just like my fingers from me using my fingers and toes as free fidget spinner while forgetting that I am stuck with them. Wait, how can you use them as... Eh? How can you spin them? You mean you're putting your body and you're trying to spin with them? You point with index finger all the time, and ring finger is pretty important if you want to get married. Yeah, but no one talk about them. It's like you use them once, and after you forget about them. Well, technically you could point out with your middle finger too, but it might be taken differently. This spinner as in stress relief. But how do you spin them? I don't understand. You mean you made the round with them? How do you spin your own fingers? Or I'm too stupid to understand. You can't spin them. You can try your laundry in the basket with those. Me, I'm closing my drawers with my my foot. I like to do it. If you don't have a ring finger, do you get a golden finger that you put on? Oh, imagine. Plus, you use the little finger when drinking tea, apparently. No. Oui. It's just spinner. I haven't heard that word in like 80 years. I don't mean that they spin. I mean that I use them as stress relief or adjusted toys. Ah, okay. Okay, because if you were able to spin them, we need to study you. You are another kind of human. You're evolved. Would be funny to be able to spin them, bro. To confuse people when you're giving a direction up, you spin your finger and you're like, yeah, it's here, and the person is confused. It's like, but where? And you're like, here, and you're spinning your finger. Do you think we can fly if we can spin our fingers? Oh no, I'm curious. You think the rotation of the spinning of all the fingers could make us fly? Maybe flying with the toes too. I want to know. This Spanish remind me you lost the game. Which game? Just don't try to hit the fidget spin. General review spinning his fingers. Oh yeah, you change your fingers and you put small lightsabers and you spin them. Well, there's a high probability that you're gonna cut yourself, but oh my sweet summer child. What? Helicopterish evolution. There's the middle finger and there's the British middle finger. This is for the British, it's something bad? At this point, each lost their toe and finger privilege. But imagine you have small lightsaber. Like, you can activate them. It's alright, yeah, we're gonna go to bed. Your finger will snap under the centrifugal force needed to lift our huge body. I mean, this is a robot in lore, she might not even have toes, but it's technically true that I don't own toes because I have this. So, technically, I don't have toes. I'm toeless. After toothless, toeless. I'm toeless! Oh no! I have to change that! I have to find my toes! We can add toes. You think there's toes inside this? I'm toeless. Sandal struggle for next ish model. We are working on it. I found something cool. I found a course to teach me how to do this. I will be able to do my own model, so you know what it means? I can add whatever I want. I will be able to add whatever I want. So yeah, we will be able to add toes. Oh, wait. If I have gloves, do I have fingers? Wait, I just realized, but I have gloves. That doesn't mean that I have fingers. Thank you for the sub, thank you very much.
Subscribe to the channel.
Not but those Vtuber. Oh yeah. We could do that.
Reshift. Subscribe to the channel.
Thank you for the sub, thank you very much. We could do this. I could make a model that is just toes. Toeish. It's gonna be the most beautiful or the most boring model ever made. It's gonna be don't expect much, okay? Because I'm gonna start all this, so it's not gonna be as good as a certain fish that has an amazing model. We're gonna learn. But I'm really excited. It's something that I really wanna learn. I'm so excited for this. I can't wait to start this. If you didn't have fingers, you couldn't hold finger. I can hold them with my mouth though. You can do like that one Vtuber and just become a giant foot. No, a giant toe! I want to become a giant toe. She has no arms and feet, she's getting closer to my ideal woman. You're like trunk. Just like trunk. Pardon moi. Advise start on me awake. MS Paint looking at model. Oh yeah, I wanna do this. Okay, Domino, it's time to go to bed. It's late. Do you want to go to bed? First of Vtuber. I wanna do this. I have to remember this. I wanna do this. Okay. It's gonna be part of the planning. I will have a toggle that makes me become a giant toe. What's in your hair? What do you mean what's in my hair? The domino? Talking about the domino. We are trading new ground in Vtuber Tech. We are. Huh? I knew you were that Windows 11 person. I knew you were that kind of person. The creature. It's you! It's you! It's you! You're a domino! What are ears? We know he's talking about the small ones. It's you. Do you see you're in front of the desk too? You're everywhere actually. If you look closely, I'm gonna... Ah, for the new people, maybe you didn't see it. Attendez. Hop. I have something cool to show you. Let me just remove something. Up, 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 up. Okay. See? You're everywhere. You're here, you're here, you're here, you're... Oh. You're here. Oh, you don't see the... Attendez, I'm gonna remove that too. You go away. You're here too. You're trying to steal my swords. Look how cute you are. Trying. But not being able to. Because you're too weak. You're too weak, Domino. Yes, you're inside the walls. You're everywhere. You're even here. On the balcony. You're vibing. Look at you, so cute. Thank you for making my turn go by quite a bit faster. Enjoy the stream. Thank you, Omicron. Thank you. Enjoy your vacation, Omicron. And the wave is 1.69 gravely is calling us weak. You are weak. Didn't have much choice, but still enjoy. Enjoy your traveling. It's cool. Take pictures. Enjoy your time. I'm trying to make a scientific explanation and one monitor about food fetish, and I'm trying to follow the stream at the same time. What a life. That's exactly what you signed for, though. That's my stream. Here we are talking about food fetish and everything. Oh. Oh. Let me put everything back. Here we are. You can lift 2 marshmallows. She's a strong potato. Of course I'm a strong potato. I can lift 3. Not 2. I'm stronger than that. You sound like a gesture when you talk. What was the gesture saying already? Attendez. I don't remember. I need to hear gesture speaking. I'm really good at imitating them. More like Jar Jar Binks, am I right, guys? Marshmallows. I wanna play... Tomorrow we play Clair Obscur, by the way. Tomorrow it's Clair Obscur. I can't wait. I didn't play the whole week. I wanna play it. Very cute. Thank you, Risha. Thank you. You will see tomorrow. I'm gonna play Clair Obscur. I will make you my best gestural imitation. Wait, actually I have a video about it. Soon. Omi is nearly lying as much as this when she said that the stream ends soon. No. Okay. I finished with one thing. Okay. If you enjoy the stream, please sub, like. It's free and it helps me a lot, especially if you enjoy it. It's always nice. Thank you so much for that. Also, on the pin message, as you can see, there's another channel. It's where I edited all my clips myself. So when I'm not streaming, for those that don't know me, you will probably see some clip going there so you can a bit get what I'm doing during my stream. And it's on another channel, so please go there and go follow. So we'll have some cool clip that I made myself alone. My hard-working alone potato nuts. So please go there too if you enjoy. If you don't like clips, I totally understand it. You don't need to do it. But if you do, I will be more than happy. Everyone, take care. I'm already handing this time. I'm already handing. Everyone, take care. Please hydrate yourself if it's hot. Please take care of yourself. Sleep enough, especially if it's the weekend for you. Again, for our American bro. Enjoy your 4th of July. Enjoy the moments. Enjoy that national holiday for you. I wish you the best, and Domino, we see each other tomorrow. Bye bye everyone. Take care. See you soon. Thank you for joining. It was really funny. I missed you. Damn, not streaming during the week is hard for me. I miss you a lot, everyone. Take care and see you. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. It's the 5 now. Not for everyone. So it counts. Not for everyone. For some, it's not yet. See? For the Americans, dude, it's not yet. The 5th of July. So no. Well, it depends where you live in America. For some of them, it might be the 5th. But still, we can say it yet. Bye bye, everyone. Take care. Bye, 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 bye. And remember, Domino, you are the best. You are the best one. Remember this. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye. Bye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it again. I swear. Let me out. Let me out. I'm not gonna do it again. Maybe. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it again. I swear. Let me out. Let me out. I'm not gonna do it again. Maybe. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it again. I swear. Let me out. Let me out. I'm not gonna do it again. Maybe. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do it again. I swear. Let me out. Let me out. I'm not gonna do it again. Maybe. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah.